Hey, folks! We're back with another Star Wars RPG session. Hooray!
Hooray!
Ah,
We seem to be without Gav. Maybe he'll drop. Hopefully, he'll drop in later. Last I checked, he was around, but then he kind of disappeared. Maybe his internet went down. I don't know.
Damn you, Bishop Pie!
He's in the UK.
He's very sneaky.
I can still blame him.
Fair enough. At any rate, last time in the crew of the Razorwalker did some planning. Decided to try to lure Rasise out in a plan to basically ambush him and take him out, so they didn't have to deal with him anymore.
Because fuck that guy.
Fair enough. I can't really fault you. And so they headed to Nar Shadaa to lay their trap. They've gathered some information, and they have... And Jith got in contact with the world's most trustworthy information broker. Yes.
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 Clearly.
It's gonna cost you 100.
I'm the most reliable information broker. You know.
He is totally
Colonel.
a reasonable person. He is totally
I'm
not
gonna
at
laugh.
all a complete and utter weasel.
I'm gonna laugh if you go to start doing IO and then you end up using the wrong voice modulator.
At any rate, so that is basically where we left off last time. I believe you guys were... There was some plan of... There is an Imperial intelligence listening post on Nar Shadaa, which I was thinking about infiltrating to both glean some more information and possibly lay some more false rumors and stuff if need be.
Right. Yes.
So, you know there's one here on this... somewhere here on... You know there's one in Nar Shadaa. You know where it is, roughly. I mean, you know where it is. You've reported there before.
Right. And we had already... I believe what we did was we already had gone in there.
No, you went into the traffic control, basically. Air traffic control.
Oh, right. And that's where I got the information about the location of the actual post. Okay.
Oh, that was so you could set up data taps so you could be notified when if and when Rasise's ship showed up.
Right.
You guys laid several different ways of actually getting information when Rasise
Got like
shows
3
up.
layers of redundancy.
And again, I really can't fault you on that one.
It's kind of important that we don't fuck this up.
You know, laying the trap and then letting him get the drop on you would be terrible.
You know, but unfortunately, knowing us as a team, that's not out of the realm of possibilities. So it's just like, yeah, we better not let that happen. All right, so
More than getting Gav, we just lost Eric.
No.
what? Oh no! So I guess the next phase would be finding. It will be. Shoot, I'm trying to think about what the next phase of the plan.
Okay, sorry, my internet just shat itself.
all right.
Can you kick me off the server so I can get back on the server?
Oh, yeah. Let me do that. Yarp. Yes, I need to know what your approach for getting into the listening post is going to be, etc., etc., etc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because me going into the listening base post on my own is going to be tough. I'll draw a lot of suspicion if I just go in there on my own. Trying to think of... Is it a listening? No, it's not a listening post I've been to in the past. Is one of the things.
Possibly. I mean, do you want to have been one you've been to before? That's up to you.
Part of me thinks narratively it'd be more interesting / funnier if it's one I've actually been in before.
Okay, that's fine.
Just because, because IO could be just. Oh, of course, it's that one.
I had a bad
Called
breakup
it.
here, and
I called it wrong voice modulator.
I think it was intentional, but
Yeah, it was. No, it was. I just messed with that there. I won't do it for the most of it just because, honestly, 2 switches is a bit too much to do. 1 switch, however, is fairly easy to turn on.
There we go.
So, the thing is, like, okay, if I've been there before, they'll recognize me on sight, so we need a way for me to slip on in, and the only people who are going to be going there are people who know where it is, pretty much.
I mean,
We could give you a different paint job.
Makeover!
It's not the worst idea. There are worse ideas than just making me look like a different droid. And then, I might be the droid we're looking for, but maybe not. I don't know. That's the magic there.
you should totally storm the place, blasters blazing, and just slaughter all of them. That's simply the plan.
I'm just going to use Imperial intelligence to try to infer if there's any just general information like, is there something about this thing that I know of from not necessarily from a weakness standpoint, but anything about like how many people generally are there?
Sure, you can give me a roll if you'd like. Can't hurt.
12?
12. All right.
A -2 again.
Still, 12.
Yeah.
You remember a fair number of details about it. It's all right. So here are the important notes. Imperial intelligence has an official an official set of offices on planet, which is known to it's on Nar Shadaa. Planet's not exactly technically true. It's technically a moon, but whatever. It is known.
Heavenly body.
The Hutts know about it. It's been there for a long time. That is not the thing you're thinking about. That is the official Imperial intelligence presence on Nar Shadaa.
Mm-hmm.
There is also a listening post, which is totally not supposed, which is not supposed to be there, and totally actually isn't, as far as basically anybody's concerned.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the Empire basically, of course, we don't have a listening post on Nar Shadaa. Why we would never spy on the Hutts? That would be wrong. We would never spy on the Hutt cartels. That would be wrong. Nope.
No,
we would never do that.
They're good.
They are certainly good people. Yes.
We have an intelligence outpost here for obvious reasons, but we would never have an actual listening post where we'd where we'd have active, espionage operations operating out of. No, that'd be wrong. And as far as in Sketch, with your role, as far as you know, the Empire is fairly certain the Hutts have not discovered the listening post. At least they hadn't last time you had. The Empire was sure that last time you actually were fully tied into the networks and were able to keep track of this sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right. Trying to think then how to use this information. I apologize for being a bit slow today. Just like
other things that you would know about the post. So it's fairly. It's. I'm trying to think where it is. It's located. It's obviously got a front. I'm going to say it's actually the front is a cantina on one of the large in one of the large casinos on Nar Shadaa. So it's operating in it's operating clandestinely out of a cantina. There's a back room which has which is where you go in to get access to the listening outpost, which is basically downstairs from it, but unknown. It's effectively in the basement, as it were.
Right. So basically, the advantage of it is that it's not like in some deep, far out of the way place that we have to travel out to per se. The difficulty is knowing how to get in there when you're not supposed to know how to get in there.
Like, you know exactly how you would probably be able. If you were still officially an Imperial espionage, if you're still an Imperial infiltration droid, you know exactly you know exactly how you'd go in there and how you'd report, etc., and how you'd get access to stuff. And it's possible that could still work. It depends on a lot of things. I mean, the Empire's looking for you, so
right.
At a guess, odds are your clearances have probably been revoked at this point.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't assuming my clearance would be
I know.
fine. I know.
I'm just saying, as an example.
Mm-hmm.
So walking and saying hi, I'm IO9D or what? It's IO9. Is it IO9D?
Yes.
Yeah.
I remembered it.
correct.
Wow. Yeah, I'm IO9. It's unit IO9D reporting to et cetera. That wouldn't work probably.
And then all the Star Destroyers would show up.
Probably something along those lines.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So with that being said, okay.
So you wouldn't want to do the.
Yeah, there had to be some other way, e.g., if there's a way to access the systems without going into the basement, which I doubt. So I'm going to the back room. That's one. Two is basically, depending on how many people are in there, normally find a way to sort of sneak in when no one's looking or no one is in there due to some other.
From what you understand, according to normal procedure, they have several. Trying to think of how to. They always have. There's always somewhat. There's always a group of at least 3 people on sort of on staff in the basement, in the sort of in the down there.
Right.
There's always a few There's always few guards and people in the back room area, who are the ones who who are the ones you go through to get clearance to go down to the actual facility. Everyone who works at the cantina are part of the staff, so anybody who's working there is technically Imperial intelligence.
Mm.
And the cantina is it's a bar. It is a cantina and a casino. It's open 24/7 technically as a bar.
Right.
It doesn't close.
See, part of me is trying to think of okay, if we wanted to utilize this location, one option, of course, is to fake someone being an employee there under certain guise, or fake someone covering for someone else, as sort of a cover for slipping in. I mean, IO could try to, under some guise, act as someone who's working as part of the rest of the establishment. But part of me is just thinking that I'm overthinking this plan quite a bit, Peter, because
It's possible. I'm not going to say.
I know. I mean, it's just, I'm just not sure on my own terms what I could do to help out in this case really cleanly.
I don't know. I mean, the other thing that one other thing you remember that you know about the sort of operations here is, which is leading to my joke about storming the place being a great idea. That's a terrible idea. If it looks like there's enough force to armed people showing up to force their way down to the basement, alarms will be signaled, and basically the staff, the agents downstairs will, if it looks like they can't hold the place, they will
Go into lockdown.
they'll go into lockdown and possibly even just
Destroy the place.
burn the place.
Right.
Because that's the last. Now, mind you, the people they'd be expecting to raid the place in that kind of force are the Huts, and they absolutely fuck no. We do not want any actual proof that we're running an intelligence operation out of here to get to the Huts. So yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
Because at a minimum, we'd have to pay them an astonishingly large bribe to get them to stop squawking at us.
Right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm just trying to.
I'm just
Like,
imagining
IO
a giant bird instead of a giant slug now.
Like, IO would likely share everything he knows about the location to the rest of the group, but
Choppa, listen, I've got your money.
But for me, I'm just having a tough time personally trying to think of if it's even worth doing, and if so, what approach would be worth taking for it.
Well, does anyone have any ideas? I mean, that's what it boils down to.
Yeah. Because if it's too much, we could just abandon the idea and go for a different approach anyway. So
So the upper staff are staff of ImpSec, and then there's 3 people in the monitoring room at all times.
There's always at least 3 people in the actual facility downstairs, running the ops down there. And
Right.
there's usually
in the ops center then.
Yeah, and there's usually security guards in the back room, which is where you have to go to. You have to go there to get clearance to go down to the ops center, basically. Which is as far as you know, you'd have to get into the ops center in order to tap into the network.
Right, because they wouldn't allow you to access the ops center stuff from upstairs because that's a loop. That's too much of a loophole.
That is a security loophole that is unacceptable.
I mean, it's almost as unacceptable as having I don't know, a vent opening that leads to the middle of some base. I don't know, I mean, anyway, the point is that I'm trying to think of
offhand, the best idea I've got so far is sending in 1, maybe 2 people in there and just like challenging like all the bartenders to drinking contests to get them like shit-faced drunk so that they are functionally, non-responsive to anything, and then have someone start creeping around while they're not paying attention, and anyone in the ops center is just like, okay, well, we've got some rowdy patrons, but that's nothing particularly new or impressive.
Well, I mean, I know that Vorkos would be up for that.
The problem is that the 2 characters that I would like to do that are also the highest 2 on the shit list. Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
we
that's
might want to seek we might want to seek a third party for this one.
So we need to put out a want ad, heavy drinker interested in high stakes contest. We'll play generously.
I
Huts
could.
preferred.
We could give me a paint job.
I don't know if that would be enough. Do you think?
Just get a spray can and just spray paint badass on Vorkos's chest, and that's it.
God.
Just hang a cardboard sign around my neck that says "Not Vorkos." Please move along.
I am a hedge.
All Trandoshans look the same,
It's true. We actually do look exactly physically similar. We tell each other apart via pheromones. That's why you guys get so confused.
Yeah. I mean, that's. I mean,
not knowing if that's bullshit or not, and not really caring.
It would seem like it'd be the most likely thing would be to find huts that would be willing to just go in there and just get really drunk if we pay them enough.
I don't know if we've got enough money to pay off huts to do that.
No, I don't think even I have enough money for that. I mean, they'd have to be like really inept huts in order to be persuaded that way.
I'll be a crime lord someday. Yes, you see.
Jim of the Inept Hut.
Jimba.
Well, what about some Gamorreans?
Oh, you could definitely get some Orients to go for that shit.
Maybe an Aqualish. The usual space scum.
Trick
There's
them into
no
saying,
shortage. I'll say this: there's no shortage of space scum on Nar Shadaa for you. You could probably hire to do something.
Yeah,
we could probably actually tell some Gamorreans that if they can outdrink all the bartenders, that their entire tab is free.
Yeah.
Whew. That'd be a bit of a tap into my resources, but
No. I mean, maybe not necessarily offer to pay for them, but to just like tell them, like, hey man, if you outdrink everyone in the bar, then you get to have the entire tab free. Sounds
right.
awesome, doesn't it? Free beer.
Yeah. That kind of thing that goes along with that like thinking meme that cropped up in recent months.
That's a pretty good idea.
You don't have to pay your tab if no one will charge you for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that's probably an idea to sort of cause a disruption in the structure, and once that disruption is made, then entering the ops area without getting noticed initially would be easy. Then it'd be almost like a matter of, in the ensuing confusion.
All right, Skitch, toss me
yep.
another Imperial intelligence roll.
Sure, you got
And,
that.
Yeah.
13.
13,
Wow, almost
okay.
boxcars.
All right. So on top of all this, it does occur to you that if you were to do some minor modifications to yourself visually, so that you would look slightly different, most of the you do know that you were not the only infiltration droid of your model, basically.
Right. So I can basically impose as someone
You
else.
could pose as a different droid, and you're fairly certain with your intrusion skills, with your skills, you could probably fake up, an identification package for yourself to identify yourself as a different droid.
Would I roll up an intrusion to preemptively make the disguise, or?
Oh, sure, yeah, that would work perfectly.
All right, let's. You know what? I'm gonna have some fun with this, and I wonder if I should roll fortune for this to make this double fun here. What do you think?
Probably, yeah. This seems kind of important.
All right, 1, you piece of. Fine. I'm gonna roll.
At least that's not going to be your positive die.
Yeah. And I guess never question does not necessarily apply to this.
Never
or
question
does
will
it?
not apply to this. No,
Because I'm not. Yeah, I'm imposing as something that's
you're
not.
posing. You are posing as something that is inherently questioned. Yes.
Oh, God. I've had 3 straight negative rolls. 14.
14. So is that including your fortune bonus?
That's including the fortune
All right.
bonus.
You actually come up with what you think will actually probably work. I mean, this is one of those. It's like, yeah, you could easily pose as a different droid. It's not.
Yeah, I know. It's not hard. It's just frustrating to.
I know. But you do have the buffer of having a
repeat-
ridiculously high intrusion skill, Skitch.
I understand that. It's just it's just the way that the dice play works. It feels like it's almost like
I understand.
Repeatedly rolling negatives. Okay, so I have my setup.
You think, and okay, so if you want to bring anybody else in with you, you can probably fake up some sort of documents that they're contractors you are working with currently.
All right, let's see here.
Though anybody on the crew, you probably have to do some minor disguise work so they wouldn't be immediately spotted. You are fairly certain that at this point, Imperial Security does have Vorkos, Jith, Jox, and Twins photos of them on file at this point.
Which one is the simplest one to disguise who they really are? Meanie.
I'm kind of inclined to say that Twins would rather stay on the ground planet side during this expedition to keep tabs to the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Since she's kind of doing like the whole gang rustle thing and might need to diplomats on that front.
Mm-hmm.
It would probably be fairly simple to disguise Jith because you can put like some fake tattoos on her.
Mm-hmm.
Or just a hat and a wig.
Yeah.
Boom, human.
Humans have different skin color, Vorkos.
Do they?
Yes.
Okay, I guess.
There are a lot of different colors, but none of them are red.
That's more of a
So-
Twi'lek thing.
I guess of the people who are here, would Jith be the easiest one for me to work with here in terms of
Jith
this?
would probably be fairly easy to work with, yes.
It's probably either me or Twins, and if Twins wants to not go, then it's going to be me.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get this guy's worked out.
There's kind of no hiding the Leku.
No, well, I mean, yeah, Twins would be.
Well, you could be a different Twi'lek.
Yeah, a different Twi'lek. Yeah, I mean,
Eh.
I'll be honest.
But I'd probably get carded.
That's potentially a problem, actually.
Point.
Yeah.
That's why she's opting to not go to the.
You look
totally
way
not a
too
space
young to
bar.
be here.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that's going to call attention. So it's like, no, I
Yeah,
don't
no,
have
that's
any
actually a
reason to
really
be
good
there.
point.
Yeah.
Like I thought about this beforehand.
Honestly, both Vorkos and Jith are fairly, their species are common enough, especially on Nar Shadaa, that minor changes and minor disguise stuff and change of outfit and a little bit of acting, they probably could pass as not them for at least if security is a little bit distracted.
All right, so Jith's going to have to wear the thing that nobody will suspect that she's Jith Kai. A dress.
That will actually...
Ooh, a little sundress and a cardigan.
She's just like, what do these words mean? What are you talking about, Vorkos?
Hang on. Give me a moment. I know a gal.
What?
No, it's all the rage on
like
my show.
20 minutes later.
Come on. It'll be great.
Twins comes back like 20 minutes later with just like the most femme outfit that on Nar Shadaa.
No!
And it fits perfectly.
What? How?
I'm going to assist on this with an intrusion roll.
We have to get her the most fashionable outfit.
Oh, I roll a 15. Look at that.
There you go.
On the non-fortune die 1, roll a 15 on that.
All right, minor disguise stuff, and
I got you a hat.
It's like,
The wide brim of this hat will disguise your face more easily.
sure.
Wait. Humans wear shoes, right? We need to figure out shoes.
I'm not supposed to look like a human.
Well, you can't go in there wearing those giant fuck-off boots.
Not with that dress.
It clashes with the dress. I mean, seriously.
What are you talking about?
What about
Yeah,
some
Jeff,
like,
don't
little
you have
like
any
open-toed
sense of
number?
fashion?
I wear a suit of body armor all the time.
Something with straps.
Yeah, you look it.
What is that supposed to mean?
Oh, you know.
I feel like I'm being insulted for something I've never cared about before. just comes out. She's like got like fake prosthetic horns on and fake tattoos. It's like, what is all this stuff you're asking me to wear?
Effectively, it's a distraction.
How am I supposed to run or punch somebody in this?
Ideally, we would do neither of those
Are
things.
you kidding? Look at the movement you've got in that dress. You could definitely run and kick someone with that.
I can't move in these shoes.
So you take them off. They've got the quick release down by the ankle.
Why would you wear shoes if every time you need to go somewhere you have to take them off?
Why would you wear shoes? Humans are weird.
I'm not a human!
No, but you're playing one on TV.
No, I'm not! Humans don't look like this!
well,
I've got even more facial markings than before.
20 minutes later, Twins comes back with like 4 pairs of shoes.
Why do you need so many shoes?
All of them have different heel elevations.
Do any of these have no elevation? Or at
These
least
ones-
elevation in the toes as well as the heel.
These ones have, an inch. But it's over the whole heel as opposed to a singular point, so, it's pretty good. It makes you taller.
What's that supposed to mean?
Means you're short.
You weirdly... All of you are just tall freaks is what you are. Actually, Skitch, how tall is Io?
I'm probably.
Well, I guess
tall
if he's
enough.
supposed to be a protocol droid, he would probably be like right around high fives,
human height,
low
yeah,
sixes. So
Yeah.
So yeah,
Probably
yeah,
5,
Jith
10 to
gets-
6.
so Jith literally gets towered over by everyone else in this party
Yes.
by at least half a foot.
I am a space lizard.
You sure are.
Yeah, well,
sure are.
Vorkos and Jocks are both enormous.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, like,
And then-
And Twins
And
is
then-
just tall.
Twins is tall, and then
Io9 is
Io
a
is-
perfectly average protocol droid.
I
which means that he's
I am an average.
probably around twins in height.
I dare you to name something more average than IO. Oh wait, you can't. Mundane protocol. No. Mundane assassin droid. That's totally what I am.
Nobody suspects a thing.
My murder quota is up this month. I am deeply satisfied with this turn of events.
Are you trying to sound like Salaryman-esque with your...
I guess with that we just have to send in the not really the marks, the fall persons.
Your distraction.
Jesus.
Your crew of distractions.
Yes.
Twins, this dress doesn't have any pockets or buckles. How do I carry my guns?
Oh, hang on. And Twins comes back later. In addition to like a garter with like a set of holsters, particularly for like knives at the
Actually
thigh.
useful. Nice.
She also comes back with some gloves. They complement the dress.
Oh, here.
How do people really...
Carry this bag. It's weighted so you can club people with it.
Oh, I actually like that.
And you can put a gun in it.
Yeah.
Note to self, do not club someone with the bag while there's a gun in it. It seems like a good idea at first.
But yeah, and of course there's like matching stockings with the dress to go with the garter with the holsters on them. So yes,
I feel weird.
What's those leg coverings?
like I can't count the number of ladies down there. Actually, no, we're not in space right now. I can't count the number of ladies who I have worked with in the past who run around in basically this kind of outfit.
I'm not a lady.
This plan is getting more and more bizarre the further along we dig into it. Fantastic.
Twins makes
right.
that like yay nay hand gesture like eh.
Just hope that... God, I just hope that frickin' Rasise doesn't show up while I'm in this get-up.
On the positive side, he'd never see you coming.
But I don't have any armor on while I'm wearing this.
Well, that's what the knife's for.
Alright. Alright, let's go find someone to cause a distraction.
All right.
Very well. I'm pretty sure there's many who are eager to get drunk at the prospect of not having to pay for it.
All
I
right.
think the one thing that we can probably do is just like duck into occasional cantinas and bars along the way. Just be like, hey, where are you chilling out in this lame place for? The blah 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 down by blah 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 is going to do this.
Have you heard of the new promotion that's going on? They say that if you can outdrink the entire bartending crew, you don't have to pay for any of your tab for that night.
Clarification.
It starts in an hour or whatever.
I was under the assumption that the listening post was an off-world, like interstellar kind of thing.
There's a listening post on Nar Shadaa.
Okay, it is surface side. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
It's in a Nar Shadaa has a lot of sort of floating casinos and such. Nar Shadaa is one of the. It's sort of like Coruscant, that it's a giant city planet basically, except it's a moon.
Right. Mostly, I was just asking, like, this isn't something that's just like orbiting the damn
No,
thing.
it's not. It's as on planet as Nar Shadaa gets.
All right.
Actually, come to think of it, let me look this up real quick on everyone's character sheets. Oh, that's not very high. And
What are you checking?
forecast. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, aside from Io, Jith easily has the best deception score in the party.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We both have really high.
Mine's only one short of yours. So
Yeah, we have a 13, right?
Forecast is a notoriously terrible liar.
Forecast doesn't have it at all. Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean,
I have a
It's
13.
a 9, but I have
Yeah,
it.
I have a 13. So.
Yeah, I have a 14. Yeah, so we are probably the best equipped to pull off this whole sham.
Yeah, a long time ago, I was remarking that I wanted to be able to use my deceit score more.
Well,
and
now we got a fun.
I think the last time I used it was when actually I pretended to be someone very similar to who I pretend to be right now.
see now we've got now this whole thing has become very buddy copish, right? We have the two characters, very different in their own ways, dressing up in ill-conceived disguises, and trying to shake down a place at a bar by spreading fake rumors. I like where this is going.
Yeah, the last time that you used the deceit score was when we scored off into pairs to infiltrate prison.
Well, actually,
no,
I
you
did use
used
this.
it on
I used
when
it
you were on
last
Coruscant.
session. Yeah, I also
use
used
it
it
on
last.
That's
That
major
was fun.
usage of it.
Well,
Like-
I also used it to deceive the informer.
Yes, I know that. I mean, like,
But,
a whole session dedicated to doing it until
Right,
things
yeah.
go bad.
And she was way more comfortable with that because she just wore body armor and a helmet.
Yeah, meanwhile, twins had to wear a collar. Yeah, you want to talk about uncomfortable disguises.
Fair enough. No wonder she was so enthusiastic about this.
There is a hint of revenge in this, and the rest of it is just, you look like shit.
Yes, that seems to be a bit of it. So, shall we get started with the scheme here? Okay, so last point of notice: specific things that I'm going to do once I get into the op center is, one, get information about. I'll try to remember the first one. I'm writing this down here. Info on. We're trying to get information on specifically here. While we're in op center there. Anyone in particular?
We're there to plant information.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can get other information that might be useful, why not? But
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and next, plans false information about where we are.
And I guess it would be nice if we could find information about Morns' latest movements, or where his people who work for him are going off to.
Yeah.
And the false information, it would be nice, I guess, if it were possible, that you could set it to basically like appear on a timer.
Yeah, exactly. Like time it to happen at X amount of time later on. Like
2
it
weeks
just,
from now or something.
right. To just mislead. Okay, I got my plan. I got my equivalent of like a pair of glasses with a fake mustache on it on my character.
it requires a minor amount of paint and, not much else, honestly.
Greetings, fellow assassin droids. I'm here on assignment to report on my assassinating.
With a skateboard over his shoulder.
Hello, fellow assassinators.
This is getting increasingly no more heroes by the minute.
There's many layers of that.
All right, and Jith is going along in her. Let me just pull up random color generator here. Her lavender dress sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about what twins would pick out for her.
Twins is probably
it
off of the
compliments your
corner.
complexion.
A very uncomfortable Jith in a lavender cocktail dress.
Yep.
Oh boy. Okay, so all right. So I guess first stage of this, Peter, is convincing people to go to the location, right?
Yep.
All right.
Sure.
So
we'll duck into some bars along the way.
Okay.
And drop the line of like, this place is kind of cool, but it's really great. Yeah.
I enjoy the libations here quite greatly, including even though I am in fact a droid. But I have heard that there is in fact an even greater bounty to be had in insert location here.
What is the name of this location? Do we actually have like a name of the bar, or
It's
just a street address?
So here's the thing. I think, considering that a lot of the people that we're going to be sending over there are probably going to be locals, inebriated or not, they'd know the name. So it might be better to just give them directions.
All right. The bar in question is Parejas.
Yes.
Yes.
okay.
The official story sketch is it's owned by one Letten
Couples
Pareja.
bar.
What is built by who?
By a Letten Pareja. A human, a guy who basically, bought the cantina bought the cantina location from the Hut who runs this casino.
Yeah.
He is totally not with Imperial Intelligence. He's totally with Imperial Intelligence. And that is totally his actual name.
Listen. Len Parejas is a name as real as the fantastic deal they're having over at Parejas, if you know what I mean.
It's just I wouldn't be that obvious. Maybe. No, I wouldn't be that obvious.
All right.
So effectively,
if you guys want to
basically
role play out the going to the various bars, to cantinas, and getting people, you can, or we can just montage it.
Oh my god! You know what you guys should do? We should all go to Parejas.
Indeed, I've heard many things about Parejas. In fact, did you know of the deal that's happening tonight?
Like I hit my limit pretty fast, but you know what you guys could do is if we go together, if you guys can outdrink all the bartenders, then we get our tip for free.
Oh, not more than just the tip. The entire tab for the night is free. I've heard it.
Jiff is going to get a direct comlink communication from Twins, and Twins is just going to say 4.3.
What the hell does that mean?
It means that we really should make haste before someone else takes advantage of this lavish offer.
Yeah. All right. I want deception. I want deceit rolls from you too.
18.
Deceit has happened.
there's the one good roll there.
I guess that you were right about the 4.3.
Yep.
What the hell are you talking about? What am I doing wrong?
No one talks like that.
Well, I don't know how people talk. I shoot them. I've never had to I've never had to freaking trick or capture a flea.
I cannot promise you that. I can't promise you that they'll
as a bouncer, they really do talk like that.
I guess they just don't talk about it like that in this world. Then
I can't promise you that they'll. I can't promise you they'll make the best version of your favorite drink, but they will give you plenty of it.
Okay, fine, Miss How to Be a Woman Expert. What the hell am I doing wrong?
I mean, I'm clearly Io is being very persuasive.
Between woman and just a female of the species.
How to be a lady expert. How's that?
I thought these were all. Basic is such a weird language.
This is a weird rendition of what Trandoshans want. Okay, you know.
There's a very strong difference between female, girl, woman, and lady.
No?
There isn't just mine.
So, okay,
honey,
so
we're gonna have a talk.
Whoa! You just used the H word, okay?
Honey.
Okay.
Anyways, Peter.
Yes.
I suppose by
They're
18,
getting increasingly annoyed with each other.
I suppose Io is at least keeping the straight and narrow with his pitch.
Jithroll is given the type of people you're talking to. Jithroll is fine, and with Io's help, it's actually going very well. You have a good sizable crowd of patrons.
Jith
coming
isn't
with you.
losing them. Io is selling them.
Yes, I would say that.
So essentially, the impression that they're getting is like, man, this grassroots advertising campaign that they're trying to do, they got a really bad actress for it, but the droid's nice.
I mean, again, you rolled well. You rolled professionally well on a deceit roll. Your skill is really good, so you rolled a 10 or better. I mean, that's actually really good. For, when you're trying to deceive your average bar patron.
I like how I've been complaining about the rolls, but I have yet to roll anything under a 10 in this entire session.
Oh, yeah.
So.
No, a result of a 10 is professional job.
Yeah. It's just like Io is just selling this thing. He could be a salesperson. He could. In fact, he's certainly selling something. It's a bunch of lies, but
yes.
He just walks into a bar. Hello, I am selling these fine leather jackets.
As he communicates over the lines here.
Assuming all these people fail, Leighton should be honestly thanking us for all the business we're driving up. But in reality, we're doing him a favor.
Well, what he doesn't know won't hurt him.
At any rate, so yes, cue the scene of you recruiting the montage of you recruiting people to come with you at various cantinas en route. Is it just you two going, or is Vorkos coming along also?
I think it's just the two of us.
Okay,
and
I think
it's the two of them.
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right, fine. You guys arrive at Parejas. It's a bar in a reasonably somewhat upscale it's a casino bar.
Mm-hmm.
So it's large. It's fairly loud. It's somewhat populated. There's a fair number of people there because, again, it's a bar and a casino.
Mm-hmm. A barcino, yes.
A barcino.
Well, it's going to get considerably more populated soon.
It is. You show up with a reasonable size. Yeah,
And we're basically walking there as part of the crowd
Yes.
on top of everything else there.
Yep.
So,
Yep. It's like, oh, bar hot party. Here we go. Busy night.
but by the way, I believe Io would have enough foresight to implore that people don't say that where they got the information from.
okay, sure.
That's an important
That's
thing.
fine.
If someone gets drunk enough to be like, "Hey, that droid over there said we're gonna get their tabs covered." It's like, what? I'm not a droid. You must be talking about that some other. Droid.
You put on a creepy plastic human mask.
Greetings, fellow human.
Greetings, fellow human. Oh no, greetings,
it's
fellow
Steve
assassin
Buscemi.
human.
It's
Greetings,
a Steve
fellow
Buscemi
assassin
mask.
human. I'm also an assassin human.
It's a Steve Buscemi mask.
I
Greetings, fellow humans.
I got taken back like around 10 years somewhere in there, and back to TF2. Just think of the spy, just a paper mask.
Oh yeah, with the mask on.
Greetings,
It's
fellow
like,
human.
I'm not a droid, I'm a spy. Just FYI.
Just FYI, I'm a spy. All right.
The atmospheric conditions
Crab
are
walk.
pleasant today, are they not?
Yes. So is the place hopping, Peter?
It is, yes, actually. Now it was moderately. They were in something of a lull, as that happens, but it's no longer.
Got the jizz equivalent of Flow Rida pumping in the club.
Yeah. Because of course it's Flow
Sure,
Rida.
why
Because why not?
The crowd showing up all at once actually does catch the security staff off guard a little bit.
Well, that's fine.
It's okay. I know how to cover this in order to explain why we're here. Elevator party! Elevator party! Elevator party!
Speaking of 5 years ago,
5 years ago, try 7.
At any rate,
old.
the security staff is somewhat overwhelmed by the crowd showing up all at once. And while they do their best to, screen
it.
people for, things they're not supposed to bring into a bar, like, guns.
Mm-hmm.
Jith, you managed to not be searched.
Get your hands off me!
No, they didn't even try. They are distracted by taking a large axe off one of the
people.
Gamorreans.
Yeah,
What? It's my
very,
sister
very
weapon.
wise choice. Very wise choice of both search and weapon, of course. Both wise choices.
Yes.
Good job, everyone.
There's definitely an argument about whether he's allowed to bring his cultural battle axe in or not.
It's a proud side of my people. It's a liability, sir. You have to understand. Well, sir,
Just
Sir,
check it
don't
at the
raise-
door. You'll get it back when you leave. We promise.
sir we're not stealing it from you.
Fine.
We're not stealing it from you. Okay, fine. Okay, just I'm not paying me enough to do this.
later on when shit goes down, that guy is just going to be coming out, you, get me my axe.
So, all right. So what?
They'll
So
say, you, get him his sword.
So once the party decoy has been
man.
planted and thoroughly
Forgot about
marinated,
that.
Yeah, it's
Shit, 5 years ago.
it's going on for a while, and there are a fair number of the people you send along are in fact trying to convince the bar staff to get into drinking contests with them.
it's like now
And-
here's a question: Is there a way for me to convince the bartenders to go along with their patrons' plans?
You can try, because the bar staff does look like they're like, wait, we don't do that here. Bartenders aren't really supposed to do that sort of thing. Especially given that the bartenders here are security agents who are fronting for an intelligence operation. It'd be a bad thing if they got drunk.
Ah, yes, but think of the business prospects. It looks like that.
Yeah, it'd be suspicious if you turned down, an opportunity to rack up some more drug sales.
It looks like there's going to be a bit of trouble from the bartenders. Jith is going to be like, "Hey, these assholes aren't going to follow through on their promotion. What the fuck? We shouldn't have to take this. We should have to hold them liable."
If you play your cards right, you don't have to worry about drinking too much. If you're clever about it, you know how to handle these things, right?
All right.
Basically, she's going to try and start.
So you're trying to stir up the crowd, and
I'm trying to work the bartender.
So okay, just have deceit rolls from each of you.
All right. 16.
That's pretty good.
Another positive roll for 18. Yes.
Promotions for everyone.
All right, so it is loud. It is even louder in here, because the people you brought in are convinced the bartenders are going to renege on a deal that they never made.
And the bartenders are being convinced you better follow through with this deal that you've made to them.
And there's so a bunch of security staff is moved into the general area to make sure it doesn't escalate into actual a riot. And is channeled more into a congenial party, at least. Anybody who's looking like they might be causing real trouble, they'll sort of, shuffle off a bit. It looks like to the two of you that you now have an opportunity to slip into the back room to do your thing.
All right. Let's do it.
All right. So the two of you, Skitch, you know where the door is. You go to the door, you open it, you step through. You two of you step in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You see a trio of very professional-looking. They are dressed to look like bar staff of various sorts. But it is very clear to your eyes, Io, that they are definitely
IMSEC heavies.
IMSEC heavies, yeah, and they are pros. But they are somewhat distracted by keeping an eye on the monitors. It's like, do we have to go out there and crack heads or not? It's ideal if we don't have to, but we should keep an eye on this. Yeah, Jith, you actually size them up as being, they look like fairly tough customers.
Gotcha.
And they do look like...
All right. I'm trying. Okay. I'm trying to think in my head, okay, should I convince them to go out there to deal with the situation? Or should we try to just deal with them otherwise?
Because we've got to use the computers that they are currently on, right?
Well, they're not. No, these are the guys upstairs. You have to go. These are the guys you have to
You gotta go downstairs.
Just
Right.
go past them. Okay.
Right. We have to get past them. All right. Right. Because my approach right now is to act like I belong here, of course,
Yep.
and it's like, right. So, out of character, Nick.
I could just get one of them to escort me out, and then in the distraction you slip past them.
That sounds good to me, because I think you would draw way more attention than Io would, and Io
Right.
should probably front this one alone.
Okay.
And you can just
So-
continue to hold their attention up there.
All right. I'll be the sacrificial lamb, so to speak. Jith will stumble, which is not going to be too difficult given her shoe situation.
Okay.
So, hey, you guys. Where's the bathroom?
Ma'am, you're not supposed to be back here.
Where's the bathroom? Why are you standing in front of the bathroom for, you fucking creeps? Are you trying to be creepy? Are you trying to just creep on
Ma'am,
young
stop.
ladies like me?
The bathroom's not here, ma'am. It's the other side of the bar.
Why are you...
You went through the wrong door, ma'am.
Why show me?
What are you
where it
buggering
is.
the bathroom for, you weirdo? You're trying to...
It's not a bathroom, ma'am.
Do I have to pay you?
Come with me, ma'am. Ma'am, I'll
Do
show
I
you
have to
where the
pay you
bathroom
in order
is.
to use the bathroom?
Follow me, ma'am. You just follow me, ma'am.
You smell like strawberries.
Thank you. Just this way. Come on.
You know, I had a friend who smelled like strawberries. He was a nice guy, but he didn't, do that thing where he like hung around the bathrooms. Though he wasn't that creepy.
Yes, ma'am. The bathrooms are this way. If you'll come with me, I'll show you where you need to go.
All right. As that happens,
one of the other security guards is sort of watching all of this with obvious glee on his face. Because he thinks this is quite possibly the funniest thing he's seen all week.
Well, yeah, it's not happening to him. It's
Exactly.
and then during this,
the other one is still sort of keeping an eye on the monitors, but he sort of just shot over, looks over at you, Io, and sort of goes,
Yep. Just like
Is this your droid, ma'am?
What?
Io just sort of like moves as if like one, no, he's not with her, and secondly, like he's like sort of like,
why would I hang out with a lame droid like that? That'd be fucking weird. You're trying to make me buy a droid from you? You're doing rip off.
Ma'am, the
First
bathroom's
you're trying to
this
make
way.
me pay to get in the bathroom, then you're trying to get your hands off me. I'll
Ma'am,
go to the bathroom when I want to go. Listen,
This
I
way,
have
ma'am.
some very important to talk to you about this guy here.
Oh my god, I've thrown this girl out of the bar like several times.
Well, you don't look down at your mirror. Look at. I'm talking to you. You look at me right now. I'm.
All right, Sketch.
I will
start
be,
crying and then
listen to.
Start crying
I
was just saying, like, it seems like the situation here has gotten a bit more rowdy than it's supposed to.
Uh-huh. Can I help you, droid?
I have business here.
I'm sure you do. May I see some identification? May I see your identification, then?
Very well.
and then I'm going to, I believe, or my skies here. I have means of presenting a.
You have some way to present your bona fides,
Fake.
as it were.
Yeah.
But the fake ones you faked up. Yep.
Right, exactly. My faked ones. Right.
So he will basically hold up a data pad and ask you to sort of connect to it, etc.
Yeah.
Fine. I wasn't expecting this, but here you go.
Yep. You check in.
Yep.
He takes the data pad back, hits a few buttons. All right. Yeah. Once we get her out of here, we can conduct we can conduct what you need. You can do what you need to do.
Of course, protocol and all that.
Yes. You are being Nick. You are currently being gently escorted out of the room. If you keep resisting,
Gently.
you do get the impression it will stop being quite so gentle.
Right. How did you get here anyway?
I work here, ma'am.
Oh, you work here? Oh.
Yes, this is you're in the security room, ma'am. Not the.
What's
security
that?
The security break room, ma'am. You're not in the bathroom. The bathrooms are over this way. Why don't you come?
Can I hang out with you in the break room?
No,
just
ma'am.
you take
You're
a
not
break.
part of the security staff. Please,
Oh,
this
that's
way.
not fair, though.
Ma'am, this way.
We'd have a good time together hanging out. We should hang out after this.
This way, ma'am. Just come with me.
You're nice.
Indeed, ma'am. Let's just this way. You said you need to use the restrooms. This way.
Oh yeah.
And you are escorted out of the room. Skitch, as when the guard and her leave, you the guy you handed your data to, basically keys a few more things in the data pad, and a pair of hidden doors open to an elevator.
Oh, that's more like it.
Yes, the monitoring staff downstairs have been alerted that you are on your way down.
Very good, thank you.
And Io moves on to head downstairs.
What is your quote name, as it were, that you're going as right now?
Shit, I don't know of good assassin droid naming protocol here.
Pick a combination of letters and numbers that of the usual sort of
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A34S.
834S. Okay. Fine, that'll do. The elevator goes down. It's not that long a trip.
I mean, I've been here
unsurprisingly.
before. I
Yeah,
believe.
you have. You're
Yeah,
used
so.
to this. The doors open and you see the operations room. There are 3 Imperial security officers in here. Large number of computers and data banks and such. And one of them is standing at the door, standing in front of you, and he sort of says, A34.
Well met. Well met.
What is your business here today? A34.
There's been a couple of targets I've been meaning to track down, and I need to update information about where their location might be in order to ensure that we can coordinate efforts more efficiently.
Very well. You can make use of Terminal 6 over there.
Very good. Very good.
Proceeds over to the terminal.
Okay.
Proceed to begin the fun parts, like where I officially in quotes get access to what I need to do.
Absolutely. All right. So you access the terminal. You enter the basic login information that you faked up for yourself. To get to the stuff you need, you're going to need to infiltrate. Intrusion.
I'm gonna burn a fortune die in this.
That
There's
makes
a
a lot
5
of
there.
sense, honestly.
There we go. 21.
All right, you're in. All right, you basically are rooting through the thing. You drop the information of the false location where you guys are looking.
Yep.
Well, actually, before you do that, you actually do get access to some data that you might want to look at before that.
Sure.
Because that might actually help you. It's possible that getting data on what Morns is up to, possibly, might give you some leads.
Yep.
Arg. All right. Where to direct people. So,
Right, exactly.
where to direct them. Let me look one thing up quickly because I have
I'm
notes on
glad
I have notes on the information you might be finding, but I forgot to note down one thing.
It would have been so stupid if I rolled like a what, it would have been a 26. It's like, well, okay. The plan is so far now I have a bad feeling about the exit strategy, but so far this plan has been going by pretty fine.
Oh, it's been going quite beautifully.
It's like I love the idea. It's like, okay, do your roll. It's like, okay, forward to that. Ooh, boxcar's 21. That's not good enough to pass the test. What? Ooh,
That would be bad.
well, it's like, wait, like, what do you mean I can't walk on air? Oh, great. Thanks.
At any rate, so
physics.
all right, so stuff on Morns' activities. There's not a lot of it, but apparently he has had some people doing some looking into stuff out beyond the rim, out beyond the outer rim. The interesting thing about that, this is not the first time Morns has had operatives operating out beyond the outer rim. You do find references to Morns having operatives operating in the wild space region beyond the outer rim. There are references in relation to this that have been that you notice have been redacted. The code for which it looks like the redaction codes are tied to the are Imperial behest.
What is that again? Tied to the Imperial.
The redaction codes are seem to be at Imperial behest. So
the Empire itself is redacting this information.
no. Basically, the Emperor. This is like
the Emperor.
the Emperor.
So-
These files are redacted at the behest of the Emperor, is what it looks like.
I'm putting that and redacted by the Emperor. WTF?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that means wait.
I will say this:
Yeah.
your 21 does not get through the redaction on those.
Like, right? It's one of those things where it's just like, oh, what?
Basically, okay. Morns has currently got operatives in the outside. We're looking at an area outside the outer rim. This is actually very recent data. But
Right.
also, you
And-
also notice that Orange has done this before in a different area outside in the Outer Rim called Wild, an area called Wilds, referred to as the Wild Space region.
Right. In the wild space, and information about what he did there
It's
has
been
not only been redacted, but has been redacted from the top.
Yeah, well, there are references. It's not necessarily whether it's what he was doing there. There are references in this that are refer to files that are redacted.
Got it.
There are also some references you're seeing that the IMSEC is monitoring, has sort of keeping eyes on a large Imperial construction project going on in the Western Rim.
Huh, that sounds weird. What could that possibly be? Nothing, I'm sure.
Yeah. The location is, of course, redacted, but you could probably get through that if you really wanted to.
I mean, I was gonna be curious enough to be like,
Nah, that's okay. Many Bothans will die to uncover that anyway.
No.
he'll just poke at it and be like,
I'm back.
Welcome
okay.
back.
It's like, oh, they're making another. Like inside of his thoughts, he's like,
Oh, they're making another one.
Oh, well.
like,
Yes,
Right.
the other thing you're seeing is that the Imperial Inquisition, this is sort of one of the last bits of data you actually find of note that has any ties to Morns. Apparently, several years ago, the Inquisition as a group made a non-insignificant purchase of acquisition of slaves to be used that were taken to secluded facilities for specialized training to become personal agents for the Inquisitors.
well, okay. So we got slaves taken to. So
Yeah, there was an operation. There was some sort of operation tied. Again, there's not a lot of detail, but this is all basically this was an operation run by and for the for several Inquisitors.
So basically, the inference here is this would explain like twins as sisters situation,
Possibly.
but slaves being taken to secret location be turned into agents, operatives, etc.
Yeah, along those lines. Yep.
Along those lines. Okay.
Stormtroopers.
Well, then, okay, and then just a little bit of typey here,
All right. You're flagging. You set up your. You also do set up your misdirect.
Right. Given the fact that this outer rim locations where he is, like, wanted to keep him busy for as much as possible. Let's go here. Place the location accordingly with respect to that. That's basically the main goal. I've done what I needed to do here. So
Yeah, you've accomplished most of what you wanted to accomplish there. I'll let you guys work out where you want to have decided to have put it later. That's not
right. I assume like basically it's like sort of like out of the way, and it may not difficult to get to, but maybe tedious to get to,
Sure.
timing wise. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a sketch.
It's like that, yeah.
Something halfway between here and Hoth.
So what next, Peter?
Let me just look at my notes here. Got that. All right, as you're doing some more sort of poking around for data, you're poking around for more data because of course you are. You actually hit a lockout. You're not able to get any further at the moment.
Well, I've done everything I needed to do, so it's time to make my leave.
Okay.
I mean, unless I want to try to either force my way through, and
If you'd like to, you can try that. If you don't, that's fine also.
do I feel stupid enough to do that? I don't think I'm. I mean,
Your intrusion is 16.
it's a challenge, and would it piss? Let's see here. I don't like the Emperor at all. All right. Let's go gangbusters on this, Peter. Let's pull the last fortune die on breaking through this lockout.
Sure.
That's a
Nice
6. So that becomes 22. 23.
That's a very good roll.
This is good enough to break the
Yeah.
lockdown.
No. Skitch, you are setting off alarms and all sorts of stuff within IMSEC IMSEC systems. You quickly realize immediately looking at it. You roll well enough to actually realize what's happening.
Oh, okay.
Somebody has set up
A dummy-
monitoring systems within Imperial Securities networks that is specifically looking for the protocols you use to access data.
Nice.
The
So
ones
it knows that I'm
specifically-
the one that's... yeah.
Yes, it is clear as someone knows that IO9 might be poking into the databases.
It's really, I was thinking, might have to change that up next time.
Yeah.
And I was gonna like play the like sort of like, well,
Yeah.
time to go outside and get some fresh air.
Well, I will say, it sort of think somewhat along the scene in season 4 of Leverage when Hardison is trying to get into a computer and the systems are actually basically it's been set up
Built around
knowing
Howard
it-
Hardison, right.
built around Hardison. Yeah, that's exactly what's
So-
happening.
So I guess the good news is I kind of know that the information I planted should still be
You're fairly certain you got that through before you were noticed.
right. Right.
But you are certain that they are aware you've been in their systems and where you got into their systems from.
So they might still find it.
Well,
Nothing. There are no alarms going off in the outpost. This is all sort of internal data alarms types. It's not like it's like whoop,
Oh,
whoop,
sure.
whoop.
I'm just sort of like- I'm
you
just
trip
sort of-
flags that
I'm
people
sort of
monitor-
saying it's like my saying like shit. That's my best roll tonight, and it was not good enough. Still, vacating out is basically the plan
All right.
now.
So all of this has taken you like 10, 20 minutes or so.
right.
Maybe a bit longer. So you disconnect. One of the security officers looks up and says, "Have you gotten all you need?"
Indeed. I shall be taking my leave, and hopefully the information that has been provided will prove to be useful.
Very well. He escorts you back to the elevator.
Right.
Good hunting.
Cheers. Yep.
Which point the elevator goes back up. The doors open.
Mhm.
You can walk out if you like.
I'm going to attempt to walk out.
Okay. Nobody stops you leaving the bar. I assume Jith is also leaving at this point.
I mean, she probably ended up like going outside to wait anyway afterwards.
Fair
So
enough. Yep. Io comes back out.
Wait till we get like out of earshot of the place. And then Io is going to basically be,
I have good news and unfortunate news to share.
okay.
The good news is I've been able to plant the information as intended and get information on Morns that might be useful for us.
Excellent. What's the bad news?
I've gotten a bit ambitious with trying to understand some of what's been going on and triggered flags that would have alerted the Empire as to where I am.
Oh, Skitch, give me another intrusion roll, by the way.
okay,
14.
14.
14 is plenty for this. You are given the way the lockout happened. You are fairly certain that you were being monitored during the whole time you were in the system.
Yeah.
Now you're certain you were probably able to avoid as a correction. You were fairly certain they were aware that you were in the system the whole time.
They're not necessarily where I was at any particular time,
but
necessarily.
they're aware that that IO9 is accessing the system from this listening outpost on Nalhada.
Mhm.
And you're fairly certain that they will probably try combing through the systems trying to find out what you were looking at and what you were doing.
Mhm.
But you
So, anyways,
Yes.
but I was going to relay that information And to be fair, the lockout basically allowed me to realize that they were listening in.
Yes.
They were listening in irrespective of whether I found that lockout
exactly.
or not.
Right. That was actually you rolled your roll was good enough to actually realize what was going on.
Yeah. Basically I was going to say the base essentially they had anticipated that I might be accessing systems maybe after some of the prior antics and might have tipped my hand with my dialect of protocol. I don't believe this is going to lead them directly to us, but it does seem like my ability to influence the systems is not nearly as effective as I thought it was.
Or they've just gotten wise over time.
The Empire is large and far-reaching for a reason. They rarely make mistakes. Make grand mistakes. When they do, they tend to try to learn from them. That being said, I am concerned by some of the information I found on Morns.
Okay.
He has been searching out beyond the rim and more notably, some of what his activities have been involving or referencing information that I can access because it has been specifically redacted by the wishes of the Emperor himself.
Could we cross-reference what information we were able to have out of what we pulled out of the cylinder?
Possibly. The only other information that I have of note has been in reference to the utilization of slaves and training / prepping them to act as the best terms I can think of are operatives or agents of the Empire.
Why would you use slave stock for that? That's inviting. That's just inviting rebellion.
The Empire has ways of breaking people to their submission, to their rule, and to their submission. They may be using methodologies that we're not aware of, but they wouldn't be using people like this if they weren't certain of a means of bending them to their will.
Can we find out where this place was or is? Maybe we can go somewhere to get more information.
The location itself was basically like closed off.
Okay. There were multiple facilities where the specialized training were supposed to take place, and none of the locations were listed in the system. Specifically, what you found is this again. The training in question was being handled directly by the Inquisitors in locations known to that the Inquisitors did not share with Imperial Intelligence directly with the General Imperial Intelligence. You would probably have to access inquisitorial data directly.
Right. So that's the problem. Like right now, there's not enough information to know where the stuff has happened.
Right.
So all we know is that has happened, but not. Yeah. So, all right. Okay.
So that's what you've gotten out of Imperial security.
Yep.
What do you guys want to do now?
Well, I guess we're going to wait for Rasise to show up, and I'm going to go and change. And I'm going to go change.
Wait, Jith, hold on 1 second.
No, don't you dare.
Click.
No!
Click.
No! I will murder you!
You're somehow adorable when you threaten me like that way. Click.
Jith is like trying to reach up and grab the camera from him. Give me that!
Twins comes on over the line to Jiff and Vorkos's ears. You know, murder, while strictly speaking illegal, is in season right now, so bribery fees are at a record low, apparently.
Mm. So what you're saying is, Click, we could hire a
Stop it.
whole bunch of mooks to act as cannon fodder for the fight with Rasise. Or at the very least, tie up his cannon fodder so we can engage him proper. Click.
I want to do something about his. Stop that! I want to do something about his jetpack too.
Yeah, I want to get me one of those. I mean, I always thought Mandalorians are just so full of it, right? Always bragging about their jetpacks, but I'm just seeing one in action. Click.
You know, why not? Do. Close roll. Fairly certain this is a 10. Yes.
If we could choose the battlefield.
Only 9. I'm guessing I don't know a guy.
About what? Jetpacks?
Yeah, basically.
It's a stupendous amount of XP, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What is it for our hardware shtick? 25 XP?
Something ridiculous like that, yeah. I mean, yeah. I will say getting a jetpack that would actually lift a personal jetpack that would actually allow Vorkos to fly properly might be a little tricky.
Well, you combine it with. I'm sure there's a model out there that combines it with a pulsar lift.
Yes, and they are very, very expensive and very,
Right.
very hard to get,
Hence the 25 XP.
or whatever it ends up being. Or maybe I don't know. If you really want to be able to fly, I'll look into it.
Honestly, I'm pretty happy with it. From a me point of view, I'm perfectly happy with the grappling hook and the shenanigans you let me pull off with that. So,
I figured. Grappling hook. Anyways, so
I,
yeah,
on the other hand, can jump.
this is true.
so we need to find a way to choose the battleground. He jumped last time. He jumped us. It was in the hangar where the Razorwalker is. If we can arrange it so that he does it there, we can
Actually,
set
the
things
last
up.
time he ambushed you was in space.
That's true.
And there was the whole, you know...
You're right. I was
Traffic
thinking of
throne
someone
room
else.
thing.
Right.
Yeah, you ran into him
Most of it.
at Tropic's throne when he was in at Tropic's throne room, but there were, yeah. That I will say this, Eric. From what you know about Rasise, that was a little atypical for him.
Right. Oh.
Well, the other times that he's tried to catch us, tried to chase us in his ship, didn't he?
Pretty much.
I mean,
Every
can't
time
really
he's
do that.
every time he's come after you, he's never come after you personally, except in space. He's
I
never
have a
done it on
really
the ground.
filthy, possibly suicidal idea.
What's that?
We bait him into chasing us in space, buzz the ship, and then we send an assault squad over as we buzz by to board his ship, to board and infiltrate his ship. It is crazy and possibly suicidal, but awesome.
Twins' willingness to go along with this plan is directly proportional to if we have figured out a proper spacesuit that would properly fit a Twi'lek's head.
That can be acquired.
Yeah, look at where we are. We can find anything we need here,
Yeah, fair.
and that's pretty mundane.
The lack of spacesuit the last time was not a. It was simply just there weren't any Twi'leks on that at that base. There weren't any suits set up for them.
A distinct lack of forethought.
Mm.
Incidentally, Twins is going to go on the prowl on the streets for another commodity now.
You can acquire acquiring a vac suit for Twins is not a problem. I'm going to say that right now.
5-finger discount.
Sure, whatever.
So, maybe we could just wait for him to send some goons after us, pretend that we need to, run the hell away and take off into space, when in reality we're going to do this ridiculous plan for the ship to distract him while y'all board it.
Hmm.
I can't make plans while I'm wearing this. Hang on a second.
It's just wrong. All right. So, all right.
We
Are you
could
Okay. Yep.
we could fake damage to the Razorwalker. He wants to take us alive, right?
Does he?
You have no
Good
idea.
question. Let me look up our bounty.
I
There's
thought
no.
he just wanted. I think that if he's working for Mars, he would just want us eliminated.
Hmm.
I mean, it's you're basically wanted alive or dead. Basically, either or is the official wording
Okay.
on the bounties.
All right, which means dead. There's
Yeah,
no
when,
point in transporting a live target if the payout's the same either way.
Not to mention that his other crew that we ran into made it pretty clear that they were all right with us dead.
Yeah. Again, I will say this, Eric. Rasise, what you know about Rasise is things you know about it as a bounty hunter.
Mm.
He is not squeamish about killing his targets, but he doesn't consider himself an assassin.
Okay.
And he has taken numerous bounties in alive that it wasn't significantly inherently monetarily beneficial for him to do so.
What if we make it seem as though Vorkos and Jith have gone separate ways, and that way he would want to try and extract information about one from the other?
Hmm.
Because I'm damn certain that he would want, for example, his hands on Vorkos, the guy who strangled him with a grappling hook.
With his own grappling hook.
Hope that left a scar.
Probably did.
Considering that Jith is a smuggler, and as far as largely they're aware, the whole beef with Morns is entirely Vorkos's deal.
We could have a public argument in front of some people we suspect might get information back to Borns.
That shouldn't be too difficult.
Yeah.
I know that.
I like this plan, actually.
Yeah.
It can open up with an offhand comment about your shoes.
Why would we argue about shoes?
You wouldn't.
Oh, I know. It'd be one of
You
those
know.
things where it just,
Escalation is a word.
yeah. Something about shoes, and then it ends up being a big shouting match over our current situation, and then we stomp off in opposite directions.
Fair enough. All right, so that way we'll set it. That way we'll have the bait, and yeah.
And I could make certain that people are watching who are watching out for you and keeping an eye on anyone who would also be watching out for you.
Hmm.
Okay.
All right, so I guess let's just recap. The plan is that when Rasise's crew arrives, Jith will be the bait, so to speak. Rasise will want to take her alive, not knowing that Vorkos has never actually disappeared. Vorkos will get on his ship and blow up some stuff. I guess Vorkos and twins? Yeah. That's the current plan.
When it comes to actually being go time, yes.
Okay.
Prior to go time, twins would be making certain that punks on the street are, watching to see who's watching. I had this bit of background. I'm going to use it, damn it. Literally my home turf.
Yep. It is that. Okay. Sure. This can be done.
All right, let's go fucking do this thing.
All right.
All right.
So, Word, you should give me an info streets roll to get this set up for on your end.
15.
Okay, cool. All right, so the two of you, I need to know what I do actually want to hear this argument.
Yeah, no problem.
And where are you guys going to do it? Is my next question.
We're going to go do it outside of the bar where Desk was hanging out.
Okay.
Or Dask.
Dask, yes.
Was it?
It was Dask.
Desk is a piece of furniture. We're going to make sure the desk hears this.
Oh, that's good. The desk is bugged.
Yes.
Bum. All right.
All right.
Twins is going to communicate to both of them what the street recognition attire thing for her gang and any gangs that are likely to be involved are, so that you two will know if any gangs are afoot, you'll know which ones are with us and which ones are not.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right.
Let's see here.
How come we never wear that footwear I bought you?
Oh my God, I told you, it does not fit me. You don't know anything about that shit.
Well, I just think that it would look nice.
Why do you care how it looks?
We're going to be going to some shit now, and I think we need to look stylish when we do it.
Oh my God. Since when the hell have the appearances ever meant anything to you, exactly?
Well, look at you!
Really? We want to do this now? You want to do this? This is what you've been holding on to for the last, 3 years?
Just look at this! You don't have any trophies, and you don't even, embrace the look of other hunters. What is this?
I'm not a hunter like you! We've been over this! You know what? I don't even know why I even bothered to help you. I don't know why I bothered to go along with your whole "let's go kill my mortal enemy" thing. I don't care about that. What the hell money is it? Maybe what has it done for me in the entire time that we've been doing it? It's got me nothing but trouble.
Hey! I've helped you out of all sorts of shit here. And just how many times have I saved your life? And all I'm asking is that you help me out with this and try to not look like this.
You wouldn't have had. You wouldn't have had to help me out of those situations if your dumb, green, scaly ass hadn't landed us in them to begin with.
You were totally down with this initially. I mean, I don't see any issue with running drugs. No, we can't run drugs. Drugs are bad. What about running slaves? No, we can't run slaves. Slaves are bad. Let's go kill an inquisitor. Okay, let's go do that. But now you're upset about it.
Do you know what? Do you look like a dinosaur as well as have a brain like one?
I don't even know what a dinosaur is.
Exactly.
Is that some sort of weird mammal thing that spiky humans think about?
You know what? This is exactly the kind of thing the twins wanted to freaking come back here for. Wanted to go hide out on the street with their old fucking friends and leave us behind.
Listen, it's not my fault the kid can't take a fucking hit. Patch her up with her so I can count also.
And that's another thing. You have gotten her. You let her in so many goddamn dangerous situations. You've gotten us all nearly killed 1 billion times.
I hauled her bleeding corpse out of a goddamn nightmare factory, and the kid throws it in my face, and you defend her.
You know what? Forget this. I'm done with you. You know what? You can get your own goddamn ride off the world from now on.
You know what? Fine. It's cramped on your fucking shit box of a ship anyway.
Don't you dare talk about my goddamn shit.
Sorry, that was over the line.
Yo, man, that ain't cool. All right, I'll give you half of the rest of the things you said, but no, you crossed the line that can't be returned over.
It's okay. I'll wear the shoes you bought me.
Thank you.
It just means something to know that you like them. And then storm off in different directions.
Yes.
Okay.
And I was just sitting there with a thing of ice cream, and then he says to himself,
What am I even doing with this thing here? All right.
Swins is going to reach over, grab the ice cream, and continue looking through the binoculars and just eat it like popcorn. Then you go, oh, damn it, brain freeze. Ah, damn it.
You shouldn't eat it too fast.
It was just so intense and thrilling. I couldn't look away.
It was like two ships colliding in slow motion.
All right.
By the way, we might need to do something about getting off this planet as well.
it was a semi out of character. Anyways, um,
But
Okay.
yeah, a bunch of just random looking teens and whatnot with red scarves, either on their arms or around their necks or something like that, or just kind of seeing, keeping an eye, just kind of looking up, seeing one of them, and then going back to their own business, just kind of
All right.
the whole way.
Were you
And,
watching the bar during all of this? The area?
yes,
Okay. So,
binoculars.
yeah, I know. What you see, quite possibly the most weaselly looking human you have ever seen, who's been watching this with rapt attention, does the worst job of looking around to make sure nobody's watching you think you've ever seen. Gets up, and he tries to get up casually. By which I mean he stands up,
He's
bolt
like
upright.
whistling to himself.
Yes.
Trips over the stool.
Stumbles out of the bar making a racket.
Regularly adjusting his leisure suit.
Someone out of the bar looks around, obviously, up and down the street, make sure nobody's watching,
Leisure Suit
and then
Gary.
takes off running.
Leisure Suit Gary.
And just books it down an alleyway, off towards what you to an area you know they're like they're hollow terminals.
Right.
He just says, he's all see ya.
Doop-a-doo. Nobody's looking. I'm out of here.
Run!
He's really bad at this.
The snake
The thing
has
is-
left the grass.
Basically, nobody actually is watching. Everyone sees him do this, and nobody gives a flying fuck. They're like, "Oh, there goes Dask again." Whatever.
The snake has left the grass. Twin says over the comms to the other two.
What the fuck does that mean?
He took the bait, damn it.
Actually, this brings up a point. I guess we're going to need to get another ship.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Honestly, if this works out, we will have another ship.
No,
We'll have a goddamn capital ship.
No, in order to get... How are we going... If I'm going to be the distraction in the Razorwalker, how are you guys going to, be able to board this ship?
There are plenty of shuttles and shit for rent. We don't need an interstellar ship.
Fair enough.
All right, so you're going to rent a small...
Mediocre as he is at it, Jocks can in fact fly.
So can I, actually.
So you're going to rent a small fast in-system ship.
Yes.
Okay. That is something that can be arranged on Nar Shadaa. It will not be cheap, but it won't be unaffordable.
Well, if this all works out, we'll have plenty in order to restore our losses.
Maybe it'll be a rental.
No,
Maybe
because
I mean, we just...
Do we have to buy it, really? Could we just rent it?
it's still
I
going
was
to be
thinking just-
expensive.
Even so.
You know what? We should inquire about buying it, and then take it for a test flight for this.
Ah!
Except this is Nar Shadaa, they probably see that one coming a mile away.
Yes, a Trandoshan bounty hunter walks into the dealership to ask to take one of their in-system, assault shuttles out for a test spin.
You know what would be hilarious? Because usually when you go for a test drive, someone from the dealership or whatever
Yes.
just was in the car with you. So what if
Oh, boy.
what if you're like, okay, yeah, this is pretty good. Can you take the controls for a bit? We're gonna go find the bathroom. Get out the spacesuits.
I will say, yeah, no, they're not going to let you take it for Vorkos, they won't let you take it for a test
I know.
spin.
I thought you were going to say that, we do that, and then, after the boarding action, they're there as part of our boarding crew, and they're like, wait, what are you doing here? I was bored.
The image of a used car dealership guy going along on the test drive and seeing what you're actually doing and screaming in terror is hilarious, but it won't actually happen. I'm sorry, unfortunately. As much as I kind of want it to, because I think it'd be funny, it just wouldn't. They would not let you do that here in Nar Shadaa. No.
Okay, so we'll do that, and all right. God.
But yeah, you could definitely acquire an in-system ship of some sort.
All right.
There are a number of different ways you could probably arrange that. You could buy one. Renting one of the type of ship you're going to want, they don't generally do rentals.
Okay.
There's also...
You could also
twin
appropriate one somehow, yes. We're
Yes.
just saying about the same
That's
time.
true. We could just steal one. We do have a professional thief. And
We could, in
twins.
fact, steal... Yes. We could steal one and then put it back, and I know a guy who would make sure that that someone was not looking when it was taken. We have
Yes,
established this.
between Twins' connections and skills and IO9, and honestly, Vorkos's general sort of violence, stealing
With the power-
by your powers combined, yeah.
With the powers of
By our powers combined, we are a chop shop ring.
It's like with the power of the Force. violent, and it's like,
But yes. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, actually, it honestly might help to keep up appearances if Vorkas actually does like purchase a ship, though.
Sure. I mean,
Or at least starts asking around about it. Meanwhile, Twins is setting up.
Sure,
the
yeah,
program.
Well, if you
that'd
do
probably
that, then I
work.
might as well see about getting something with a hyperdrive, even if it's a crappy one.
that's probably what you should be asking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Like looking at like a skip ray or a cloak shape or that kind of stuff.
Sure. Those sorts of things are definitely available. You can definitely buy one here in Nar Shadaa, no question.
Or Chemogila. I've always wanted a Chemogila.
Again, acquirable. None of these are going to be cheap, though. For what let's call correction. You could get one cheap if you really want to, but the relative price will be directly corresponding to the actual quality of the ship.
Right.
I'm just reminded of those times once upon a time where I saw people selling 360 cases that are just the 360 cases. With
Yeah.
no actual internal bits.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm going.
And the used starship dealers in Nar Shadaa are kind of notorious.
Right.
Would they be a bit more agreeable if you had dirt on them?
Depends on what kind of dirt you think you could embarrass a used car salesman in Nar Shadaa with.
That's a good point.
I mean, used car salesmen are generally kind of slimy to begin with, and they're operating on fucking Nar Shadaa.
Okay, which ones are married? Which ones are happily married? Cross them out.
There's one other way that you could to make a ship more affordable. Well, it's not necessarily making it more affordable, but to get the funds to get a ship in decent quality.
What kind of ship did Rasise have again? Was it a Corvette?
He actually has a Corellian Corvette. Yes.
Corvette. Okay.
Yeah.
Do those have
It's basically the blockade runner that you see in the beginning of Star Wars. Yeah, basically one of those. They're fast.
It's an arrowhead. It goes forward.
Does it have like a tractor beam? Or
It does.
okay.
I'll say this: even if they weren't standard mode model on them, you are 99.9% certain Rasise probably had one installed.
Right.
Yeah, because it's helpful.
Because actually, Vorkas, you know for a fact he's got one on his ship.
Yeah. Because it's obvious.
Like, he wouldn't have bothered pursuing you the way he did if he didn't have one, honestly, in space.
Right.
Like, the only other option he would have is to just blow you up, and then he has literally no proof that he actually took you out.
Right.
Like, destroying a ship that you're on doesn't leave much in the way of identifiable remains, usually.
With that in mind, he probably has an ion cannon on there or two.
Almost certainly, yes.
Mm-hmm.
One of the few things I actually know about Star Wars. Ion cannons disable ships.
They're designed to disable electronics and stuff, yes.
I played Rogue Squadron very briefly.
Ah.
I like the Y-Wing.
Okay. I want to rig up the Razorwalker so that I can make it look like certain systems go down.
Sure.
Oh, you should have. When you were doing like the fake argument back there, Vorkos, you should have said, "And I'm taking Jock. I'm taking the engineer with me."
Mm.
Missed opportunity.
That's okay. It doesn't matter how many of them.
Yeah.
So I want to rig it up so it looks like, I can just like hit a switch and it looks like that area has like lost power to scanners and stuff.
Sure.
Sleep mode.
Well, if that way, if he like wants to shoot Zion cannons at me, then it's like, oh yeah, that worked. I'm crippled in space. Oh no.
Right.
And I guess that I will do a fix-it roll for that.
Sure.
Oh, perfect. Oh, that was awful. Oh, that was a gross one. Oh, shit. Okay. That's not a very good roll. Oh, well.
It's a 10. You've done a job. You're fairly certain it'll pass basic scanning, at least.
Okay.
It will function. It'll do the basics of what you think it'll do, and it should pass a cursory scan. If they sort of look at it, and go, yeah, it looks like there's some of their systems that system's down. If they were to scan, if they were to do an active scan and were good at their jobs, they might notice it that it was being faked.
All right. Okay. I guess from there. Let's just go over this one more time because I want to make sure I'm visualizing it properly.
Sure.
So the plan is when we actually get into space that I'm going to be flying around. Oh no, a giant Corvette comes after me, and I will be the distraction while you guys sneak on board in another ship.
Right.
So, one of the things that we're probably going to have to make sure is that he doesn't actually see you guys then. I'm going to go meet with Jocks about this, and I think that we're going to have to, I guess, rig up some sort of like a radar scrambler or something like that.
Okay.
So that when he spots us, he'll be focused on us. So because he'll have visual confirmation at least, basically.
Yeah. What about rigging up some sort of EM chaff that'll fuck with him, make it look like you fired a ion gun at him. Aha! And only it's crap because for whatever reason you just got it wasn't installed right or something.
Okay. Sure.
So I think that actually might be a sabotage roll.
Probably both fix it and sabotage to get the effect combined.
All right. I'll do the fix it, and then I guess at the time I think that Jocks will be manning the gun and he'll shoot it and do the sabotage.
Well, you need a sabotage roll to make sure this.
In order to implement it as well. And then it'll need a gun roll.
You can make a sabotage roll for Gav. His sabotage is 16, I believe. So.
Okay, so and his fix it is 13. So 13.
Actually,
that's not a good one.
My fix it might be 14 now that I'm thinking about it. Might have gone up also. I know sabotage. Whatever.
Well, he rolled a 19 on he rolled a 19 on the sabotage at least.
Yeah. Okay. Why don't you make a fix it roll to assist?
To assist, I'll do that. Sure. Mine is that's okay. 11.
11.
So
okay.
I did better than his.
So all right, fine. We'll use your 11 then. All right, you've got something cobbled up that you think that Jocks is fairly sure will work. It'll do.
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah. All right, Eric, you. All right, so I forgot I was saying. There's one other way to acquire another. There's one other way to to get a good quality ship. If you don't have tons of money,
we could steal it.
Well, other than stealing it, I meant.
Oh, what is that?
Well, you could, get a hut to agree to sponsor you. Or, loan you the money.
Yeah, there is that.
That is technically an option.
Which is actually something that Vorkos would probably do if he needed to, find new work or get a new ship.
Yeah.
And we lost Skitch. Oh, he's rebooting.
He's rebooting.
Yeah, he's rebooting.
What about someone that works under Trophic that's gone independent for our narrative?
Sure, that's actually possible. You probably know somebody who. There's almost certainly somebody in that position. Sure.
Yeah, that way we can have. That way, Trophic will make it a lot easier on us later on.
Sure. You want to get in contact with Trophic's people?
Yeah.
All right. Sure.
Actually, that works out great because it's going to be part of the payment for dropping Rasise in his lap.
Or honestly, he could just lend you a ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
He can
another
lend us a
bonus
ship, but go through the motions of
It
the...
being, yes, absolutely. No, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Officially, he's the independent. The guy's gone independent is sponsoring you.
Right.
And you basically the ship is technically is officially yours, but you kind of owe him until you pay it off, basically.
Right. Yeah, the standard hut shenanigans.
Yes.
Get into the company store kind of deal. Right.
So yeah, all right. You get in contact with Tropic's people because you can do that. You have a line to them. Dowdena basically actually likes the idea. He runs it by Tropic, and Tropic suggests you get in contact. You'll run it through a member of his family who's quote independent of him now because he's gone.
Right, because
one of his family members who might
dead.
be right, exactly, who's angling to take over right now.
Right.
And having a skilled bounty hunter in his pocket is never a bad thing. So sure. You are put in contact with his cousin Jezik.
All right.
Jezik, yeah, he can definitely set you up with a skip ray.
Excellent.
He can quote sell, i.e., loan you a skip ray. Which should suit your purposes quite well, actually.
Yes. Those have big ass fucking ion guns on them, don't they?
They do.
That's ideal.
Yes.
Yeah, because once he disables the whatchamacallit, the Razorwalker, we can hit him with the ions and then jump aboard.
All right. Okay. Alrighty. So, all right. So time passes. All this is happening, taking a little bit of time. Things. All right. So after a couple of days, trying to decide what type of ship shows up. All right. So yeah. Skitch. Your data tap on the Port Authority.
Right now.
Oh, he's rebooting. Damn, right. Well, okay. I'll relay the sketch. I'll repeat it to Skitch later. But Io gets data from his from the Port Authority that a gunboat of some sort. Could be sure it's another skip ray, I guess. Which is being piloted by one of Rasise's crew. Has just arrived.
Hmm.
And they are debarking. And their official reason to coming to Nar Shadaa is they're after a bounty. Who was last seen on Nar Shadaa. Nar Shadaa,
Right.
I mean. So that's the official reason they're here. In fact, actually the reason they're here, so hey.
Funny how that works out.
Yep. Word.
Mm-hmm.
After they get off in the start, you're hearing back from your people on the street that they are snooping around the dock areas where you guys where the Razorwalker is.
All right.
And it's very clear they're looking for the Razorwalker.
Twins will convey this to the rest of the team and is going to contact the port guy.
He also relayed the information to you that ship showed up. I forgot about that.
Yeah. When he does that, and Twins gets like the word that they're snooping around looking for the Razorwalker, she's going to ask him to keep tabs on them through the monitors.
Mm-hmm. He's more than happy to do that. Yeah, it's the hunters in question are the people. The hunters in question are a. Let's see. Okay. Hang on. I got it. Let me just get the name here.
Isn't that guy who like first chased them through the hangar still alive?
He's still alive. Yeah. Do I still have a name? Do I still have his name somewhere? Is the question.
Video 1.
I have to look through I'm looking through my various tokens. So.
Right.
I might not actually have them anymore. Hang on. There's an easier way to look at this. There we are. Oh, did I take the tokens off this map? Damn, I think I did. Dope. Rats. I had an easier. I thought I had an easy way to find it, but I might not have named him actually. Oh no, I did. Yeah, the Gamorrean was the Gamorrean question was Rick Palk, but it's not him.
Okay.
I think he's still alive. No. It's a group of bounty hunters. It's a group of There's a trio of there are 3 humans who are leading the group of hunters. And people reporting back to you, Twins, all say that the 3 humans who are leading the group look really similar to each other, like basically identical. And they're very clearly like they sort of going about like they're bounty hunters.
Right.
It's clear that they've got that sort of that bounty hunter air about them.
Right.
They give you a sort of description. They're sort of all a little bit taller than average for human males. Short crop black hair. They give you rough build and etc. And sort of they're all wearing sort of dark green body armor. The 3 of them they're all armed with various types of weapon. Each of them seems to be favoring a different gun, type of gun. So that is what you're being told.
All right. Twins is going to tell the rest of the party that.
All right. Vorkos.
Yes.
If you want to give me a criminal underworld roll, you might actually know these guys.
What is my criminal underworld?
Isn't it 12?
11. 11.
11. All right. Yeah, you recognize that description immediately. It's the Groman brothers.
Okay.
They're identical triplets who all got into bounty hunting together.
Hmm.
And they work for Rasise.
Right.
They do some independent contracting, but they are known to operate on their own. No, sorry, they do independent contracting, but they work primarily for Rasise. That's where they make most of their bucks.
Yeah, those guys work for Rasise. So our trap is getting sprung. So they came in on a skip ray?
They came on a skip ray, yep.
about that whole thing about appropriating a ship.
Well, you don't have to anymore. He does have access to the
Right,
ship, right?
but we could
We
sabotage
don't
it.
have to, but that would be a ship that they wouldn't shoot at immediately.
So here's the thing. Probably have to take care of these guys, but do we want to maintain the illusion that Jith and Vorkos are not allied anymore?
For appearance's sake.
I would say yes.
Yeah.
Not entirely happy with that, but I see the point of it.
Well, the thing is, if we blow the cover on that, then he'll know something's up when we try to board his ship.
Mm-hmm. Well, in that case, how are we going to deal with them? I mean, we could just take off in our separate ships and just
Yeah.
Because he'll be waiting for me one way or the other.
I like some way to sabotage their ship, though.
So yeah, so we don't have to worry about them. Sure.
Yeah. Twins, can your gang do that?
I can get my my crew to leave it on cinder blocks. We've done it before, and they wouldn't mind getting a little bit of a payout out of this whole thing. And I've got just the guy who won't be looking at the cameras.
Is that how you got on my ship to begin with?
Mm-hmm.
All right, then.
Yeah, I wanted yours whole. I wanted a working one, not just the parts.
Lucky me.
Yeah, lucky you. Now you've got me.
Yeah, I guess so.
How is this luck?
Oh, you like me and don't deny it. Anyhow, I can give them the signal to go make some money if you wish. They're not going to be able to keep tabs on them while doing that, though. So we'll probably need someone else to keep their attention.
What do you mean exactly?
Twins is saying that she can order her gang to cinder block the ship really fast, but that's going to take enough of them that they won't be able to properly trail the three goons and their entourage. So one of us, at least, would probably have to hold their attention while her gang is doing that.
This might play further into our narrative.
Yeah.
That if they're chasing you, and I could be waiting in the wings in case shit goes pear-shaped, they could strip the ship, then you take off, and I take off in my new skip ray.
Right. So we can have Vorkos waiting in the Razorwalker. Not Vorkos. Jock's waiting in the Razorwalker. maybe Io there too. I don't know how we want to split up the group quite yet. Have the ship ready to go. Jith will lead them away, get on the Razorwalker, and take off as if she's being chased off planet. And oh no, she ran straight into fucking Rasise.
Hmm.
We could probably also, actually thinking about it, they're coming in. They have the same model ship as the kind that Vorkos was loaned. I could probably have my crew hork their transponder frequencies and IFF protocols, so we don't need their ship to look like their ship. But yeah, so they get distracted with, twins running through city streets and whatnot, while, they're cognizant of the Razorwalker. And it's like, oh, that's one of them. They're alone. Get them. And, Vorkos's ship is there as, a just in case, and in case things go bad, all while Twins' gang is stripping their ship and, getting their protocols and whatnot.
So you lead them through the streets. We cover your escape, basically, from the shadows. Then you and Vorkos get on your ship. Me and Jackson and I get on mine, and we take off.
Right.
Okay.
And welcome back, Sketch. We have a plan.
Yay.
Do you now, huh?
Yes.
Does it involve killing someone in the party?
No.
Oh, good.
thought
Okay,
about it,
good. I mean, I knew you thought about it.
Not in this campaign.
Never. Anyway, I guess I'll find out the plan as we go about executing it, right?
Well, you guys just fill them in quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Plan is Twins' gang has spotted 3 goons that belong to Rasise's employ. They're stomping around looking for the Razorwalker. So the idea that we have currently is Vorkos is going to wait in the loaned ship that he's acquired, and Jith is going to Jith and Jocks are going to hang around on the Razorwalker, while Twins is going to lead them on a wild goose chase through the city, which will alert them to the Razorwalker being here, but not necessarily knowing where on here. And while Twins is leading them around, Twins' gang is actually stripping their ship and leaving it on cinder blocks.
So I'm with Jocks. Is it this case or
Jocks and Jith?
Jocks and Jith. All right.
Yes.
Well,
and our role in the stuff on the ground is basically we're going to take pot shots at the bounty hunters as they try and chase Twins.
So, all right.
All right. That's fine. Okay. So yes, Sketch.
Yeah.
One thing of note actually happens right about the time. So I was going to mention this before when they started the planning, because this is happening all at about the same time. When basically you get as I said, you had to reboot at the point. You got the comp from your data tap at the Port Authority about the bounty hunters arriving in their skip ray.
Right.
Okay. At about that time, you're sort of out and about on Nar Shadaa. A somewhat scruffy-looking human sort of is walking along the street. Walks walking by you. Stops. Reaches very casually, and no one but someone who's trained to look for this stuff would notice this.
Mm-hmm.
Reaches into his pocket and hands you a data crystal type thing.
Uh-oh.
And just says, hang on, I gotta get the name. Hold on. Nope, wrong. It'll be there it is. Yeah. Captain Nesso sends her regards. There's an offer on this crystal. Take it as you see fit, and walks off.
Out of character, that's the pirate
No.
person. No,
Captain Nessos was the Imperial security officer that was with the apprentice on Kashyyyk.
Okay.
You get the impression that it basically is that, you know, basically. Oh, sorry. Captain Nessos sends regards. This is for your eyes only. Take the offer as you see fit.
Betray your friends.
All right. Let's say. Is it possible for me to look at the offer where I am or somewhere nearby?
Easily, you could just plug it in and just read the data yourself on your internal.
All right.
Domain.
All right.
You're a droid. You have that advantage.
I mean, I don't know that stuff.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying that. I'm letting you know that. I'm just saying that you have that advantage.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
All right. Let's see what's on the crystal here.
All right, sure. So you're getting a sort of it's basically an offer from Captain Nessos. IO9D. While you have technically betrayed the Empire and done several things, you are a very, very valuable asset to Imperial intelligence. I'm making a one-time offer for you to come back if you choose to. You wish to return to the fold. You may do so, and we will. And specifically, if you wish to return to Imperial Intelligence, and if you wish to, you can return to Imperial Intelligence. Any bounty or anything like that on you will be rescinded. You will be operating under me, and you will have. I'm trying to think how to phrase this. With more autonomy than you had under your previous Imperial Security Director, to operate in the interests of the Empire. If the only requirement we'd have is if you would be willing to assist us in dealing with this little problem that Inquisitor Morns has. I.e., you know, the crew you're currently associating with. Once that is handled, I'm sure we can find some creative ways to improve the situation that you found disagreeable and led to you leaving intelligence services, and possibly some of the issues with our higher ups. Let me know. You'll also be surprised to find that there literally is just the message on this data crystal. There's no you scan it thoroughly. There's no virus or worm or anything like that. It's literally just the message from her. And there's a basically a HoloNet dead drop, much like Vorkos has set up, that you can leave any sort of response you would like to leave if you would like to leave if you wish.
All right. Well, now's not the time to really bring that up with Chiss. But that's probably what the first thing he's going to do when he has an opportunity to. Right now, plans are kind of in motion, aren't they?
Oh yeah, this happens right after you get the message about the ship landing.
Sure.
And then you're informed about the plan that they just came up with.
Yep. All right. Well, it's reported already, but I will. My information. What I'll do with it will be revealed later on.
Oh,
for
sure.
now,
I'm not expecting you to actually do anything about it right now. I'm just letting you.
Right. Okay.
The word was, do with it as you see fit.
You, Oh, you could. Captain Nessus is. I'll say this. From what the little you know about her, you would not be surprised if she was not surprised you refused it. But
Right.
it also doesn't really. It doesn't actually surprise you that she made the offer.
Right. I mean, the problem is that she is an unfortunate optimist. Is the best way to describe her. I mean, is that not an accurate description?
Maybe I don't know. What do you mean?
mean-
What do you mean by that, though? As sort of.
As in believing that the Empire is working in good faith. Still.
That's not entirely it necessarily. There's some
I mean,
some of the aspects of the letter she's her offer to you seems to indicate that she's aware of some of the issues you have with the Empire, and
Right.
at least she's implying in her message that she might be in somewhat agreement with you about them.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure how far she's thinking
Now,
about
she
that.
might be lying. It's hard to tell because it's a text message.
Yeah. I mean, what you're saying you can't?
I don't
Infirm?
trust the font you've chosen for this file.
Yeah. Why is this in Comic Sans?
I'm gonna roll
Who
my
uses
type.
Comic Sans for such a serious letter?
I'm going to use my typography-ception check.
I was going to say that only liars use Times New Roman.
Liars and arsonists.
Huh, I use that all the time.
I was going to say.
That's-
Oh wait, I'm a game master. Clearly not trustworthy.
I'm fond of Verdana.
At any rate, but yeah, yeah. But yeah, she's offering to wipe the slate clean as far as she's wipe the slate clean for you with intelligence, and give you more autonomy.
Yep. But those aren't necessarily what IO.
Oh
actually
no,
wants.
I'm freely aware. I'm
I
freely aware.
I know. Yeah, I'm aware that you're aware of that. I'm just saying, like, yeah, it's like, yeah, all right, but that's why I'll have to bring up to Jeff later. I was like, well, okay.
Sure. All right. All right. So the plan is, twins. You're going to distract the bounty hunters near the Razorwalker.
Mm-hmm. Prior to this, Twins is going to call back to her friend in the security room and is going to instruct him to just make certain that no one's keeping an eye on the bay of where that skip ray
landed.
just
Yeah,
landed.
sure, no problem.
And then she's going to send a runner to the rest of her crew, who's just going to go around and gather all of them, because they don't all have comms, but they've worked out signals and points of reference.
Nope. That's you can set that up. Yep.
And it's like the order is rob this place.
Got it. All right.
And she'll have a specific order to convey to the current head of the gang to reappropriate the specified components to this bay instead.
Sure.
There's probably a gearhead or two who can install that.
All right. So, what's your plan to distract how are you planning on distracting these guys and getting them to chase you?
Well, they're just kind of searching about the place. I'm going to approach from where they are from a different direction, as
Sure.
opposed to from the Razorwalker hangar,
Sure.
so that I will be easily able to run out of the facility.
Okay.
But I'm just going to kind of like casually stroll along like I was out just like getting, groceries or supplies or something like that.
Sure.
And, have let one of them see me, go like, oh crap, drop my stuff and run.
Okay. Sure. All right. So, you come up. You come up to them. They are actually fairly near the Razorwalkers. They've actually got at this point. They've probably gotten to the. It isn't that hard for them to find the Razorwalker. Honestly, you weren't hiding it, so but you were intentionally not hiding it, if I remember correctly.
That's right.
So they
specifically identified it as the Razorwalker as opposed to one of the dummy names.
right.
Twins is mostly doing
No, I
this
thought you
before
were
they
using
get
one of
eyes on
your
it.
well-known.
Oh, one of the
aliases.
well-known dummy names. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Twins is specifically doing this before they actually specifically have eyes on it, so that they'll consider her a more attractive object, target.
Sure.
Burn the hand.
Right. So you come up, but they are. It's very clear that they are direct. They are moving. Okay. So word. You come up to them. Before you do,
Cassapa.
I want to say one thing. Word.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to give me a perception check as you're coming up on them.
Do I want a fortune die? Yeah, why not? Okay, that's my second fortune die for the day. Intelligence. 15.
Okay, good. You do. You actually are able to overhear the three brothers, who are all sort of they're talking to each other, and you basically hear them say, "Yeah, it's really. This is really weird. This has been way too easy to find them. Like the razor, like." In all the time everything we've heard about this Captain Kai, this is sloppy. This does not seem like her. Everything I've heard. Like, using that alias on Nar Shadaa, I mean, seriously? This might be a trap. We should be cautious. That's what you hear, word. When you,
All right.
if you wish to,
Yeah, Twins will, kind of drift back a little bit, because she doesn't want to get, super close to these dudes.
Hmm.
But she will drift back a little bit, and will come to just, I'm right behind them. They're sketchy on the whole thing. They're saying that you're being
a little too quiet there, Word.
All right. I'm behind them. I've overheard what they're saying. They think you're being sloppy. They're suspicious. Be careful. I'm going to get started now.
It's a little bit late for them to be thinking that.
Yep. At which point, drop stuff on the ground, have a deer in headlights look, as they all turn around and see me.
Yeah, they turn around, they look at you. Oh, it's the Twi'lek kid that's been that hangs out with Kai, and Kresh. Look, kid, just.
Twins is gonna be slowly backing up.
Just stay there, kid. We don't want to hurt you. Just.
I've heard that before. Run.
Oh, for crying out loud!
So this way.
You hear footsteps running after you.
Footsteps.
Whose footsteps are these? What was that noise? Whose footsteps are these?
Yeah, you hear a group of people running after you. Loudly.
All right. Yep. Twins is going to make a beeline for the twisty alleyways and shit.
Okay, sure.
Keeping ahead of them enough that they won't really be able to draw even a snapshot on her, but not getting so far ahead that they get discouraged from continuing to pursue her.
Sure.
It's like she's done this before.
I'm aware. I assume you're keeping it. You keep an eye on them a little bit, looking back over your shoulder at them occasionally.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. The one thing you note is not all of them are coming after you.
Yeah, I kind of figured that would happen.
Yeah.
How many of them are grunts and how many of them are the brothers?
One of the brothers and about half the grunts are after you.
Okay, so
They
I've
sent
half their party.
Roundabout, yeah.
All right. Twins will gain a little extra distance and get behind a box or something, and will comment. I've got half of them coming after me. The other half are still back there, probably going to engage the Razorwalker shortly. Be ready.
Okay.
And then Twins will resume.
Okay.
You gotta get on the comm. Jocks.
All right. So as a little bit later, The doors to the hangar open, and the two brothers and the rest of their goons come sort of slinking into the hangar bay of the Razorwalker. They're doing a pretty good. Honestly, I'm assuming you have eyes on the entranceway, on the entrances.
Oh,
to the place.
for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. If you weren't actively watching for them to be showing up, you probably would have missed them. But you're actively watching for them to show up. So I'm not even gonna have to make you. I'm not even gonna make you roll for this because you guys are not.
Probably
You're
have
not,
the anti-personnel gun aimed that way already.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not. Yeah.
So, but you see them coming in. It looks like they're good at their jobs. They are fanning out. They're getting into position so they can make them so that they can it'd be hard to take them all down before they could storm the ship. Basically, before someone could storm the ship. Basically. What are you doing?
All right. Who all is on the ship right now with me?
Jocks
At
and
this
IO.
point, I think Jocks and IO, yeah.
Okay. We're going to move to buy some time for a bit first so that everyone can get on their respective ships. So, beep, hit the anti-personnel gun for the time being.
Sure.
And raise drawbridge.
Okay.
And start going through the startup process, basically, I guess.
Sure. I assume you were using the gun to make them keep their heads down.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Keep them from reconsidering egress from the situation.
Yeah. You actually, one of them, as this is going on and you're powering the ship, you actually hear you are actually calmed. You're receiving a call. Captain Kai. Look,
Who is it?
I work for Rasise. Look, if you just stop shooting us, this doesn't have to be particularly. We know you've split from Kresh. If you just come with us and give Rasise information, what you know about him, and help him bring Kresh in, that's all we need.
Is this how you handle all your bounties, honestly? Through like reasoned discourse?
Not always, but you're shooting at us at the moment, so talking seemed like a plan.
Oh, honey. Oh.
Look, you're not gonna look. You can do this the easy way or the hard way. You're not gonna get away from Rasise in space this time.
You don't know me very well, do you?
No, we're just hoping to make this. We're just hoping to make this easier.
Well, you know what?
The fun way.
Well, you know what? Well, you know what you can tell Rasise? You can tell him that he's in my turf right now. And he can catch me if he fucking can.
Burn.
Have it your way, Captain.
Stay hidden so you don't die. Flip.
If you wake up dead, it's not my fault.
All right, so at this point, this takes a little while. Twins, you actually get to the skip ray where Vorkos is, to Vorkos the ship, and you have been sent the transponder codes from their skip ray.
Go team.
You set things up, so I can't argue the point. So sure, I'm fine with this.
All right.
I was hoping to have to break out a leadership role at some point because I've only gotten to use that once.
Oh, if you want to make the roll, sure, but I mean, yeah,
For fun.
sure.
Hooray!
Hooray, I didn't need it.
Honestly,
Hooray for fun rolls.
what you've proposed is something that I don't think you need to make a roll for. Is the point?
Right. Like, it benefits all of us, and there's minimal risk to them. So
Yeah.
Oh, there's the rain. There we go.
All right. Well, so you can take off when you like, Jeff.
I guess that I will wait for the signal saying that they are ready to take off.
Yeah, you get the signal. Yeah, they're ready. They're ready.
All right.
Vorkos is ready to take off in the skip ray.
Yep.
And here we go.
And Vorkos, you'll be pleased to note that that apparently the previous owner of this thing was at least somewhat similar in size to you,
Excellent.
because the chair is
Leg
actually
room.
not tiny.
I have leg room.
and the controls are spaced in a way that yes, I can reach this stuff. There's one
awesome.
minor problem, Eric.
What's that?
Smells like Wookiee.
Oh. Oh, there's hair everywhere.
It's getting in my scales.
I'm gonna dust everything.
It's a faint scent, but it's one that you can't ignore and you know very well.
Air freshener everywhere.
All right.
Freeze.
So once we'll get off the ship real briefly to just like go to like a vending machine that sells air fresheners and just come back with a.
So you got one of those little pine tree things hanging from the dash.
Got a dozen of them just like strung around the cockpit.
All right. So
Each one's a different color. It's festive.
Yep. You take off.
All right, Jock's gun.
Right.
Install the IFF stuff.
You're flying. So Jith, you are flying through space.
Flying. All right. I guess. Sketch.
Yes.
I guess give me some sort of like computer roll or something. You are on my sensors.
Fair enough.
Perception would be a perfectly fine thing to use for this.
Perception, yeah.
Yep.
And I'm basically swinging my head this way and that.
9 on the perception.
Is this open or closed right now? Actually,
It should be open.
Oh shit!
So
that
roll another
die explodes.
Just roll another d6. Yeah.
2, so that's 11.
11. All right. Yeah. You in fact do spot a Corellian Corvette. That is actually in fairly close proximity, and it's launched a bunch of Z-95 headhunters, and it's coming right for you.
Okay.
I recommend you shoot that thing.
We'll shoot it.
Yep. So, yeah. And as an aside, it's the angle it's coming at is not ideal for. It's a good angle to try to catch you, but actually, give me a driving roll, Nick.
Right. What are you doing at the controls?
I'm slacking on the job.
That is
I
one
thought
of
that
the
was
worst
obvious.
driving rolls I've ever made. So
Well, it's actually good enough. So, that's a terrible roll, though. You're right.
that's an awful roll.
Yeah,
Better to get it out of the way before the actual piloting happens.
Get out of here! You're drunk. You know.
But yeah, actually, his pursuit the pursuit course. His pursuit course really does it actually leaves a pretty clear escape avenue. It's not one that you spot that you spot. I should say, not very clear. But you could definitely outrun him by doing a couple of maneuvers and then basically diving by the moon over there. By one of the other moons, I should say.
Clearly a trap. Holy crap.
He's trying to get me behind that moon over there.
What? No, never.
All right, fine. I'm going to make it seem as if I haven't spotted it, and I'm going to.
They must think we're idiots. Let's prove it to them.
All right, I'm going to actually try and send a comm over to Vorkas's ship.
Okay.
We better do this plan right. He's not alone.
Gotcha.
Acknowledged.
We're gonna Trojan. If we play this right, maybe we can turn him into a Trojan horse.
All right.
Or
Roger.
the space time equivalent of whatever the hell that is.
I had to. That's one of the only jokes I know.
Roger.
All right.
Those droids are jokes.
All right, so we're going to start doing some spinny, maneuvers and stuff to evade the fighters.
Sure.
Well, oh no, that the Corvette's creeping ever closer. Oh no. What do we do?
He's beginning to fire ion blast at you.
Okay. So we're going to.
That's just rude.
We're going to do a piloting.
Well, there you go. That makes up for the other. That makes up for the other direction that you rolled there.
Yeah, you are very easily avoiding the Z95s. and he's not having any luck hitting you with the ion cannons.
It's probably not. It probably doesn't help that we're surrounded by a swarm of Z95s.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to. I guess we're going to try and work our way close. Shoot the gun with the jammy thingy.
Okay.
Phew. I guess I will roll for Jocks.
His guns is 13, I believe.
13. Okay. 13. That's only a 10.
All right, give me a sabotage roll now.
Okay, his is 16?
Yes.
Okay. 18.
Okay.
So we think it works.
It looks like the shot hits, and you see some sort of like sparking effect on the ship.
All right. I'm going to do something that's probably going to require a good roll. I want to see if I can... That's a bad idea. If I can be hit on purpose in such a way that it looks like it only causes minor that would only actually cause minor damage.
Okay. What do you want to be?
This is a bad idea.
Yes.
Actually, is there a way that I can not be hit but make it look that I'm hit?
If you angle the deflector shields well enough, maybe?
If we set up a firecracker in the corner of the ship, that might work.
Well, that is something that we would have had to actually have said it beforehand, I think.
All right, yeah. So, all right, you've got your fake damage thing set up already. So,
right. We got
so
that.
if you angle the deflectors, so okay. Unfortunately, so if you want to do this, you should probably have Jocks come down from the guns.
Well, he's shot his thing, so that's all we needed him to do.
Okay, he should probably head back to engineering to deal with the deflectors.
All right, I will continue to spin.
All right. If you want someone on the guns, Io probably could handle the guns, so the regular guns. If you want.
We're probably going to need those to actually fight off the fighters at this point, so it would be nice to have that.
You probably want them at least shooting at stuff, so that
Yep.
Yeah.
the fighters have something to think about other than trying to get a good shot on you.
Shall I try the shooting business here?
Sure.
All right. 11.
You wing one of them, but you don't take it out.
It's more about being a diversion than being destructive. So
all right, so
give
me a fix-it roll for Jocks.
Right, so he's 13, right?
Yeah, I think it's 13. Yeah.
That's not a very good roll.
You hear lots of swearing from engineering.
God damn it!
Okay, I've got an idea. I'm going to maneuver the Razorwalker to put one of the fighters in between us and the ion cannon in such a way that it basically will closely shield us from the actual ion cannon.
Okay, give me a piloting roll for that then.
All right. Fortune die.
Probably a good idea and a good roll on the fortune die.
22.
Okay, you can arrange this then. Sure.
This arrangement
With a 22,
is agreeable.
this is doable. This is a ridiculously good roll.
So we're going to maneuver this fighter in between us, but oh no, the splash from the ion cannon got us, and
all right, what system are you making look like is hurt? Is knocked out?
engines.
All right, so the engines are fluctuating.
Or not engines. Maneuvering thrusters.
Okay.
Whatever.
So you're less mobile.
Right.
Okay.
So we're kind of like turning sluggishly now.
All right. Jith, give me a perception roll.
You got it. It's gonna be a 7 because it's just general perception. 10.
All right. From the area of the moon that looked like he left open as an escape that he'd accidentally left open as an escape route. You see another Corellian corvette coming from that angle, launching Z-95 headhunters.
Oh, okay. That's not so bad.
As an aside, it has the exact same paint scheme as the ship that's chasing you.
Oh my God! It's the brothers from Outlaw Star.
My money is on the one behind the moon actually being Rasise.
Probably. That's what you would
So
do.
Eric, you're out in space ship. You're also quote chasing
Yep.
them, right?
Oh, yeah.
You guys in your ship should also give me a roll, perception wise. Word, you can
Perception?
actually, if you'd like to, make a computer's roll because you can refine the sensors.
Oh,
if you'd
absolutely.
like.
Computer. Hello, computer.
Am I getting neck hairs on this?
Yes, actually, Eric, you are.
Boo!
Hello, computer.
Okay, good to know. No,
Boo.
you guys see exactly what you see. What I've described.
A keyboard. How quaint.
All right. So yeah, the Corvettes come from the moon is actually coming in pretty quickly, and it's. I will say this: at the same time, the maneuvering of the Corvette that has been chasing you so far sharpens up.
One is slaved. One has got to be slaved, and without the Muna's interference, it's just gotten better at steering. Okay.
That's one possible interpretation. Yes.
So you put your money on the one that's behind the moon is the real deal?
I think so, yeah.
Are we getting any hails since we're, broadcasting
Not at the moment.
brothers shit? All right.
Am I getting any hails?
No, actually.
No, because they don't want to blow the ruse as to which one is which.
Gotcha. All right. I'm going to sputter the engine.
Okay.
Gonna
Are you basically unable to maneuver, or are you just sluggish?
basically just floating through space at this point.
Okay. Well, all right. The Z-95s stop shooting at you, actually, and it's very clear that the one that's been the ship that's been chasing you is pulling a position to try to lock a tractor beam onto you.
The one that was there originally, or the one that came from behind?
The one that's there originally, but the one behind the moon is also closing.
Got it. Well, to keep up appearances, I'm going to say, hey, maybe we should shoot the frickin' tractor beam thing.
You could, Io, if you'd like to shoot it, shoot. So yes, you want to shoot it before it tries to lock on? I assume.
Yeah. Yes. That would be a good idea.
Okay.
All right.
You could try to make a called shot at that sketch if you like.
Cold shot. Is there any variance on the roll there or no?
There will be penalties.
16 is a roll
That's a
without
good enough shot, though. All right. Yeah, you disable the you hit what you are fairly certain is the tractor beam on the ship.
He also has Eagle Eye, doesn't he?
Yes, he
Does
does.
that help?
Which that would help. Yes.
Yep.
You're fairly certain you shot out the You're fairly certain you shot out what you are fairly certain is a tractor beam emitter.
Not bad. Not bad.
They resume shooting at you with ion guns
What? I thought that would stop them.
as the fighters, as the Z-95s peel away and they start shooting you with ion cannons. Unless you dodge, they're going to hit.
All right.
It's just bullshit.
I'm going to basically...
You have time to do something. If basically, there's enough of a pause to do something when you realize they're powering up ion cannons again.
Gotcha. All right, let's try and I'm going to basically jumpstart the ship.
Okay.
Just kind of give it a burst of
Sure.
acceleration, and then have the engines die out again.
Okay. So you
And
sort of
if I
dash away a little
can-
whiles.
And if I
Can I make
can,
a
I want us to
suggestion?
be traveling towards the moon ship.
Okay.
May I make a suggestion?
What's up?
Mhm.
Have it all be on like one of the side like adjustment thrusters, so that it makes it look like you're actually spinning out of control. Like one of them just activated, and it's just like you're
that's a
zooming,
good idea.
but you're out of control.
Just kind of at lateral roll out of the way, and just go spinning around like Vader at the end of you.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
You can do that. Give me a driving roll.
Aileron roll, but yes.
Damn it!
An atlatl
You
is
get maybe
for
you show a
effort.
javelin.
it's for throwing atlatl
Yeah.
specifically. Yeah.
Which ironically makes them fly straight instead of spinning.
14.
Okay. You successfully do that.
Don't want
The ion
Stable, thank you.
The ion blasts miss you. The ion blasts do miss you. The other ship is turning broadside to try to lock. It looks like it's trying to pull into position to tractor beam you, and but it's keeping its ion cannons powered. Also, the Z-95s are taking up station position to intercept you if you decide if it turns out you are faking and decide to make a run for it in another direction.
Okay. Are you there yet?
Oh, I mean, what?
Yeah.
I mean, so are you closing with the Eric? Are you closing with the
Yeah.
one that came from the moon? Okay, you guys are
Yes.
actually getting close to the one near the moon.
All right, I'm going to send out an open.
I'm sorry if I haven't said anything, but I've been shooting at them while maneuvering into position.
Are you shooting at the Razorwalker, but badly? Got it.
Yes. Yeah.
You are in position.
I am helping.
Yes, you are now in position to make an attack run if you would like.
I'm going to send out an open comm, basically.
Sure. Go for it.
All right, come on, Rasise. Which of these is you, so I know which one of these I need to fly down the throat of?
You get no response.
Of course I don't. What's the matter? Don't feel like talking anymore?
The
Something got
second
your
Corvette
throat?
has gotten in a position to start to use the tractor beam.
Something
Eric,
got
are you starting your
throat,
attack run now?
I'm waiting for a response on the open call.
It's probably going to catch us before it actually bothers.
Yeah. All right, I'll give it the blast.
All right, so you open up with the ion cannons on the Corvette.
Yep.
Okay, give me a guns roll.
All right, fortune
How
dying
many-
this.
How many ion cannons are on this thing?
2 big ones, if I remember correctly.
Ooh, I'll take the other one.
Oh, no!
Come on!
Twins as the others. 16.
All right, so one of the ion cannons does hit. And you see the telltale trace of ion energy sort of arcing over the ship. All right. So the tractor beam does not lock on because it's currently the ship's having problems, shall we say? All right. So you're moving into board at this point, Eric?
Yeah.
Okay. I want everybody to give me a perception roll.
Am I getting my whatchamacallits?
Yes, you are.
Is this open or closed?
This is open.
Definitely.
Oh shit. Well, doesn't matter.
I rolled barf.
There we go.
Hey, the important one.
Who rolled the one there?
The 14.
That was me.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
You get one too, Nick. By the way,
I read one of them twice, basically.
Oh, okay.
Nick, don't forget to make yours. Yep, there you go. 9. Okay. Well, all right. As you're making your attack run, Vorkos, you see out of the corner of your eye a third Corvette limping around the other side of the moon, coming around the other side of the moon, burning hot.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, are you kidding me?
All right, let's do this shit.
And it opens up.
How many of these damn things does this guy have?
Enough.
Enough to be a problem.
Do you remember who he works for?
Yeah.
It's not hard for the
That's-
Imperial Navy. It's very hard for the. It's not very hard for the Imperial Navy to repaint 2 of their corvettes.
When you're
That's
playing,
Rasise.
Yeah.
when you're playing the shell game, when you're playing the shell game, the ball is under neither of the 2 cups. It's in the dealer's hand.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, fortunately for us, I have my engines working.
Sure.
And we've got ion cannons.
By the way, I assume. Well, yeah. That right now, the Vorkos is making a run on the 2nd Corvette. The 3rd one is moving into position. Is going after the Razorwalker.
All right, here we go. I'm going to put the first one on the other side of me when it tries to open up.
Okay.
So if Corvette 3 tries to fire at me, then it risks hitting Corvette 1.
Okay.
All right. Driving?
Yep. That's entirely what you need here.
17.
Sure. Oh yeah, sure. I assume you bring everything back online for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
It's like right, whoosh. You go arcing
blink
over
up.
the 2nd Corvette, the 1st Corvette, I should say.
You blink
by
the
the way,
lights on, it's a Morse out. Fuck you.
Yeah. All right. Okay, things that you notice at this point. Launching from the 2nd Corvette is now launching. It's actually launching its fighters that it's carrying. And a couple squadrons of TIE fighters come streaming out of that one.
Oh, come on.
And they're going after you as the point defense systems on it are going after Vorkos's ship. Well, as it starts powering them, it starts getting stuff back. It can't shoot at Vorkos yet because ion cannon hit.
Right.
But it's very clear they're trying to establish point defense against you in case they need to.
Oh, they need to.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and more fighters are launching from the 3rd Corvette because duh. Those are also TIE fighters. Anyways, so yeah, so the 3rd Corvette does not actually shoot at Jeth as she goes arcing up over the 1st Corvette because
Right.
prefer not to actually hit the lone Imperial ship.
I got to get my deposit back.
All right, as you arc over it, the ship that you're arcing over starts shooting at you with ion cannons again.
Fair enough.
The ones the other side of the ship. All right. I need another driving roll from you to avoid getting hit, Nick.
Uh-huh. Oh, I boxcard to 17.
All right, you're fine.
Nice.
You are Jim
I'm-
Dandy.
What's the bonus?
I
I'm
I
going
can't think of one
to.
off
I'm going to.
Okay, and it knocks a couple.
Broadsiding it.
Hmm?
I'm gonna broadside it, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, basically,
Or
a couple of
whatever
ion
you were
cannons,
gonna say, go ahead.
a couple of the ion cannons miss and actually knock down some of their fighters.
Fair
That
enough.
works.
All right.
We need to escort Vorkos onto that ship.
Yeah.
I'm here too. I'm not flying this thing. I don't have drive.
You're not flying it.
You're damn right I'm not flying it. So if Vorkos goes, I go.
Okay.
What am I going to do? Just let the thing go in one direction and hope for the best of luck on the guns, and then just wait?
All right. I want to make a point clear at this point. You guys are really badly outgunned right now.
Yeah.
We are.
What? Oh.
It's occurring to you that your plan probably isn't going to work. There's just too much density of fire for you to actually avoid. Like, if they're willing to take casualties, they can stop you guys at this point. There's just too much.
Okay.
I'm going to point out these are Imperials. They're perfectly willing to sack an entire Corvette to get us.
And then some.
Let's try flying back into the atmosphere of the planet.
Okay.
Okay, sure. All right, you guys. I need driving rolls from the two of you to avoid getting hit before you get there. But sure.
That's not a very good roll for me.
What is it? What's the total?
11.
11? Ooh.
That's real.
I'm going to burn a fortune die on this.
Okay.
If I were to roll a fortune die, I would probably be okay.
I also got 11, but it's a 14. So
All right, you're fine, Vorkos.
While Vorkos is maneuvering us, I'm going to keep firing ion cannons at whatever is giving us the most.
Whatever
shit.
crosses our line of fire.
Yeah.
They're forward mounted on the skip ray, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not turreted, unfortunately.
Oh, they're not turreted?
No.
Do we have any turrets?
I don't think so.
I don't think. No, it's an assault craft, really.
Dang it.
All right, Nick. I hate to say this, but an 11 is not good enough to avoid being hit by one of the ion cannons.
All right.
You mentioned that you were faking your engines going out.
Not anymore.
They're not faking anymore.
Jocks!
Working on it.
Should I try shooting stuff? I don't know.
Well, you can try, but you're gonna have penalties because your electronics are all basically fried at the moment. The ship's electronics are currently fried.
Time to shoot blindly, I guess. 12 before penalties, so probably don't hit anything.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Time to use exclusively maneuvering thrusters.
Okay. All right. Fine. You can try to dodge the tractor beam on the other side of the other tractor beam the ship has, if you'd like, since you're on the other side now. Give me a driving roll.
Trying to think what the fuck we should do at this point.
There will be penalties involved.
Whatever you plan on doing, there's penalties. Even if I want to do that, yes, there's penalties there.
19.
You barely, at the last second, managed to use the maneuvering thrusters to roll out of the path of the tractor beam. Give me a fix-it roll for Jock to see if he can get the engines back online.
Okay. I think that he would at this juncture
spend a fortune die.
Use a fortune die.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Good thing too. Only a 12.
You've got some power back in the drives. You got the drives back, but almost nothing else in the ship is working at the moment.
All right, fine.
Jogs says basically all I can speak for are right now in terms of having power are the engines and the hyperdrive, and that's it. So,
Our bluff is dead. Well, actually...
Can I fly interference while they get the ship up and running?
Well, hang on. I'm trying to think of one last thing we can do. Because clearly this is not going to work. Now.
No.
What if we could convince them that Vorkos still is not here?
I'm not really following what that would help.
What if only you are flying the second ship? And Vorkos could potentially actually, like, sneak around and do business. What if we get captured and Vorkos, like, sneaks around?
We've done this before.
Have Vorkos hide somewhere in the skip ray, so it's just Twins who's captured.
Well, Twins and the rest of us, but yes.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
As far as this ship's complement goes, yes.
Because my engines aren't working. I don't think that we're going to get away from this.
Okay.
This is seeming like the best bet we've got.
It's either this or run away again, and I'm sick of running away from him. So.
Not to mention, running doesn't really solve any problems. So.
Exactly. We set this whole thing up so that we could actually take it to them, as opposed to, oh, we got away again. That's nice. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Not to mention, we've tipped a bunch of hands. If we don't do it now, then it's only going to be like all of them harder next time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. So you're going to let yourselves be caught then?
One last resort. One last resort coming up.
All right.
Here we go. I'm going to send it.
I'm going to guess that since we got this one from Trophic, that this thing is going to actually have smuggler compartments.
Well, no, not really. It was something that belonged to a bounty hunter.
Where the hell is Vorkos going to hide on board then?
I'm sure you could actually find somewhere in there that you could stuff him in, but
Yeah.
it won't be comfortable, shall we say?
That's fine.
Are we going to hide him like underneath the sewage thing in the toilet? So there's just like, hey, there's an alligator in the toilet.
There's probably somewhere in the engine compartment that Vorkos could hide somewhere, but it would be very uncomfortable.
It's for bounty hunters, right?
Yeah.
There'll be a prison hold, yeah.
Yeah, there's a prison hold.
Sure, you can hide in that.
All right.
They're sure as fuck not going to check it.
Probably not.
All right. With that done. All right, I'll send a communication to Rasise in the 3rd Corvette, unless he's hiding in a 4th.
Should probably make it on open
He's
channel
not.
so that we get it too.
Open channel, yeah.
Yep. All right.
All right, asshole. Before you screw up my ship anymore.
Hello?
Yeah. Or was there anything else you were going to say, Nick?
Let's talk.
A tractor beam locks onto you.
Twins is going to look at Vorkos and propose you're better at breaking out and dealing with individual guards than I am.
All right.
You lie low. They might still think you're actually separate. So if I'm flying this, then they don't. That hand at least is one not tipped.
All right. I'll tuck myself into the prison hold.
Okay.
All right. Twins will.
Jeff, you get a comm from the 3rd Corvette.
Little fuck.
Captain Kai. Took quite a bit of doing, but I have to tip my hat to your skills. You are quite good at what you do. I believe you're right. We do have to have some words. If you'd ask your compatriot in the skip ray to stand down, we'll bring you on board my ship, and we'll have a nice, comfortable chat.
Sure, it won't be too hard in your voice.
Fairly certain.
Fine.
Very well.
Just one thing.
Yeah.
Do not hurt my crew.
I intend no harm to come to any of you at this time. I give you my word that I will not harm. That neither me nor my crew will injure any of you. depending on what the results of the conversation, we may end up having to deliver you over to our employer, but it's possible we may find a way to get past all of this.
Fine. I surrender.
Very well.
Twins will, having patched in on this whole thing, will, shut down the engine. She can't fly the thing, but she knows how to turn on and off it.
Right. Fair enough. And all right, you guys are eventually brought aboard Rasise's Corvette, and that's where we're going to end the session.
All right.
I have so many people to kill.
Well,
I'm gonna have to go.
speaking,
It's gonna be John McCain the alligator.
technically speaking, we are where we wanted to end up.
Yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Now we just need to get Vorkos a bandana, and he'll just be, a solid snake, but a lizard.
Solid transition.
There you go.
But that's where we're going to wrap things up.
Then why
Plus
have a
this way-
blaster too? Ho ho ho.
Plus this way, Gav will be around when all the important stuff goes
Yes.
Yes.
Anyways, that's going to be it for the session, guys. 3 XPs each.
Hooray!
I have planning to do for next time. All right. I think I should be good to run next week, though that'll be the last week I'll be able to run this month.
down. Right.
Because I'll be in North Carolina on the following week, and I'll be back in town the following Thursday. But that'll be the day I'll have been traveling, all Thursday.
Yeah.
So no, I won't be good to run on the following Friday. I can predict that.
So that means that after next week, we're done for the year.
Yep.
All right.
And
I'm going to increase my dexterity.
yeah, my problem is a coworker of mine is leaving the state next week Saturday, and next Friday it's his last day in town, and we might be seeing the new Star Wars
Oh, okay.
before he goes.
Okay, so we might not meet next week.
Ooh.
And then the other problem is then first week of January, I'm going to be at MagFest.
Right.
So I'll be out of town that Friday as well. So
All right. Well,
We might not play for a while then.
we might not play for a while. I will.
See, I guess.
We'll see what's what for next week. And if not, then we'll see you guys in the next year. Next year.
To be fair, this is totally like a good season end.
Oh yes, that was actually
cliffhanger.
kind of what I was aiming for to a certain degree. Anyways, see you guys next time, whenever that may be. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying, and ciao, everybody.
Bye, humans.
Bye.